this is a Amnesia one-shot, so I hope all of you have a character sheet blank in front of you, because I will be giving you information through the course of this. If you have the information already, you are more than welcome to tell me your full stat. If you don't have the information already and I call for a roll, just tell me what your roll is, and other than a natural 1, I will give you the bonuses you have to the stat. However, if you roll a natural 1, you get no other information about the stat. So, obviously, this is also a Secret Santa, so you have given each other characters, and I am going to the best of my ability, characterize them for the person you are gifting them to. We are starting with blank character sheets, just with a +2 proficiency bonus and level 3, because that is all of the information that you have right now. We're going to start individually, and everybody's going to get a small chance to get some information on their character, and that's all I'm really going to say about the start of the game. I want, at the very end of this, you to try and guess who has gifted you your character, and also kind of a guess of who the character is and that type of thing. Sound good?
Sounds
Excellent.
Did you say +2?
+2 is your proficiency bonus.
Cool, that is where I put it. That's fine.
Also, please check the general chat. I threw in something that, because I know virtually off by heart, it'd be unfair if only I knew off by heart.
Mm-hmm.
Final other thing too is I'll be calling for a lot of rolls. If at any point you want to find something out, you can have your character stop and focus on something, and we will go for a roll from there. If you try and do something and I just let you do it and you were trying to do it so that you could discover a roll, just say, actually, I wanted to roll that, and we will go ahead and roll that. Because, obviously, there are some things that you don't know whether or not you're good at doing them or not, and sometimes I will just give you a pass on things, but if you're trying to be like, oh, well, I was doing that so that I got this particular stat, then, I'm happy to let you roll for pretty much anything in this particular game. Okay, well, with all of that out of the way, a very, very long time ago in character creation, you rolled me some d20s. That was initiative for who gets to start the game.
Oh, God!
Oh, nice.
And as such, we are starting with Jevin. So, Jevin, as you're coming to consciousness, you're not even fully awake yet, your brain is just kind of on the edge of that waking up point. You're not even fully conscious at this point. Please give me a charisma saving throw.
Jesus. 12.
A 12. Okay. So as you start to wake up, your head is heavy. It is groggy and nothing is really coming through to you. But there's 2 bits of information that you fully believe and remember about yourself. Your name is Tassar Trake, and you are a frog, a bullywug. Frog person.
Nice.
Can I have the name in chat, please?
Sure.
I just don't want to misspell it.
Your own name.
And what I was. Because I will just put class as frog.
I mean, that is close enough.
Yeah, I mean, you could literally just fill in every single thing on the character sheet with frog if you wanted.
Frog. Cool. So, as you come to, you are lying on your back in a bed. It's not the greatest bed. It feels kind of cheaply made and put together. And you open your eyes and see the ceiling. What would you like to do?
Well, my head hurts. can I look around my surroundings? I think that's probably the best thing, and I'm going to try and do it through bleary eyes.
Cool. So you sit up, and the room that you are in is small, like 10 foot by 5 foot. There is the bed that you're currently on, pushed up against one wall, and on the opposite wall, there is a chest, a chair, and a door.
Am I covered by duvet or anything?
There's a thin sheet on top of you, and you're dressed in, like, a fairly threadbare blue tunic and matching pants.
Okay. Well, I'm going to attempt to get up and head towards the chest.
Cool. You head over towards the chest, and it is unlocked.
Ooh, let's have a look-see inside.
Yes. So, inside, you find a ukulele,
Sure.
a green set of leather armor, a
Yep.
stage costume, which includes blue and yellow pants,
Okay.
and a letter. As you pick up the ukulele, make a spell attack roll for me, please.
Oh, I already like where that sentence is going.
Oh, also, sorry, I said charisma saving throw earlier, didn't I?
You did.
Yeah, you were on +5 for that. I forgot to give you that
Wow,
information.
Jesus. That's a modifier and a half.
+3 to your charisma. Cheeky.
My roll was 15 there.
15. That nets you a solid 20. So, this ukulele is definitely yours. You have definitely played it before. You've played it a lot before, even. And with a 20, you know that you can use this ukulele to cast spells with. And that you can cast a total of 6 spells today. Not including cantrips, which cantrips are their own thing.
Righto.
Cool.
That's interesting.
Is there anything you would like to do with your gear?
I'm probably going to put on the leather armor, so I'll get changed.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to look at the blue and yellow pants, and what is my reaction to them?
Roll me a history check.
Okay. 18.
+1 on that for a 19. These are definitely your pants, and you have had some really good times in these pants. They're quite a fond item of yours.
Okay. Well, I'm going to neatly fold them and pop them back. I don't know. Is there a bag or anything in the room?
There doesn't appear to be.
Okay. I should probably ascertain. Could I roll something to see if this is actually my abode?
Sure. Roll me insight, I reckon.
Yeah. What a good roll. That's a 9.
For 11. No, this is definitely not your abode. But you can't really remember what your abode is, but you're pretty sure it's not this. It might have been
so somebody
fancier.
else has my trousers.
Oh, you have the leather armor has like leather trousers in with it. That's part of that.
Oh yeah, but somebody has stolen my trousers and has put them in this box.
And all of your other stuff, yes.
Yeah.
But yeah, so you can't quite remember where your room is or what it is. It feels like it's been a while since you've had your room, and it feels like it should have been fancier than this if it was yours.
Okay.
There was also the letter in there too, which I'm not sure if I mentioned.
Yeah,
that or
probably.
not.
You did
Cool.
mention it. I just
good.
forgot. And I'm gonna open the letter.
Cool. So the letter begins, "Dear Bully," and for a second you take pause because that's not your name. Roll me. Let's do a performance check.
Okay. I've rolled a 12.
Cool. That gives you 19 total.
Ooh. Yeah, that figures.
So this name wells up a memory for you, a memory of being on stage and killing it with your ukulele, being up on stage and having crowds loving it, going absolutely nuts for you in a fair number of taverns, actually. And there's some chanting that goes along with the crowd going wild, and the word that they're chanting is bully.
Righto.
So the letter continues on, and it's essentially a declaration of love for you, but it is unsigned.
Okie dokie then. I'm gonna pocket it.
Mm-hmm.
Have I got like a breast pocket or something?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, I feel it would be appropriate to put it in my breast pocket.
Cool.
And I'm gonna look around, see if there's any more stuff.
There is a chair, and the now empty chest, and a door.
Cool. Well, I shall head towards the door.
It is locked.
Okay. Well, I shall attempt to open the door better.
Yes. Oh shit, sorry, there was more stuff in the chest, my apologies. It just was not in the right spot on this character sheet. There was also a rapier,
I'm
a
going to
dagger,
jump.
and a short bow.
Oh, okay.
You've actually got
Well, I'm
weapons.
going-
Sorry.
I'm going to pick them up.
Cool.
Let me just make a note of that. So it was a rapier, a dagger,
Yep.
and a short bow.
Correct.
Okie dokie. I'm going to have to look those things up because I don't know the details of them.
That is fine. That is what we're here to do. If you use them, I will tell you the details.
Oh, fair. Well, I won't bother them. I'm gonna, having picked up, have I got all of my things now? Except for the trousers. I don't know what to do with the trousers.
You can tuck them under your arm if you want to keep them with you.
Yeah, I will. I'll do that.
Mm-hmm.
I'll tell you what, no, I'm going to break a leg off of the chair. I'm going to take the bed sheet, and I'm going to make one of those little, you know when people go on picnics.
Oh,
or
the bundle?
leave home
Like the
and
little
can't
hobo
do-
bundle?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, that sort of thing, on the end of a stick.
Humble
Sure.
bundle.
Roll me a straight dex check, please.
Okay. 15.
That gives you an 18 total. So, yeah, you absolutely make a little hobo bundle. Get that all wrapped up with your pants inside. Tie it to the chair leg. And you're ready to go.
Cool. I'm going to head towards the locked door.
Cool.
And can I jimmy it open with the dagger? Jimmy the lock?
Give me a sleight of hand check, please.
Who's Jimmy?
The Jimmy Cotton.
Oh god, these guys are doing me favours today. That's an 18.
Oh, geez. Yeah, that's a 22. So, you go up and you jam the knife in the lock and jiggle it round a little bit, and it pops open, but you're pretty sure you've never done that before. You've never had to do anything like that before, but apparently you're pretty good at it. It must be a fluke, really, but yeah, you've definitely never had to do anything of that sort in the
I've
past.
probably seen it done by in these taverns as little party tricks and things, I imagine.
Well, if you would like to know, roll me a history check.
Okie dokie. That is a 12 rolled, so I'm going to guess it's 13.
It is indeed a 13. You're not really sure if you've seen it done before. You're pretty confident that the people you ran with didn't do that type of thing.
I shall shrug it off and put it down to luck then.
Cool. All right, as you head out the door, we're going to change people. And instead, we are now going to go ahead and talk to Ryan.
Hello.
Hello. So, you're also in this kind of nexus state between being asleep and waking up. Roll me a charisma saving throw, please.
That is a 17 rolled.
A 17. Jeez. Okay, that's a 25 total. You have a +8
Oh, hello.
to your charisma saving throw. In this moment of waking, your head is a little bit foggy, as was Tassar's. However, some key points of information come slamming into your brain as you're kind of in this waking up phase. Your name is Mike Turk. You are...
Can I have a spelling on that as well, please?
Sure thing. I may also be mispronouncing this. You'll have some wild names you're throwing at me here. Actually, it might be... Truck might be a better pronunciation of that.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
So yes, that is your name. Your name is Mike Truck, and people call you on occasion. People will call you Office Mike instead. Normally, when they don't think you're listening, but that you have been called Office Mike in the past. You're definitely human. You've sold things in the past. For someone quite powerful, you're pretty sure, but that's about all you've got at this point.
Right, oh. So I'd like to have a look around the room and just see if there's anything reflective. So ideally a mirror, but anything that could act as a mirror, just so I can get a proper look at myself.
Sure, okay. And also, sorry, I misread the saving throw. It's +6. But still good. Still a 23.
That does sound a bit more reasonable.
Yeah, it's just the printing on these character sheets is fucking tiny, so I missed that. So yeah, you sit up in the bed. Again, it's a fairly, seems to be cheaply made bed in kind of, a fairly threadbare tunic and pants. And in the room, you see a door, a chest, and a chair.
Is there like a doorknob that would be sufficiently reflective to get a look at my own face?
Sure. Yeah, you can head over to the door. Roll me an investigation check.
That is a 19 rolled.
Jesus Christ, that is again a 23. So +4. +3. My apologies. So 22.
So a 22.
Yes.
So as this is happening, I'll sort of just give a little breath onto the doorknob and just shine it up as best I can for the most fidelity possible.
Cool. Yep. Sweet. So as mentioned, you're in a kind of blue threadbare tunic and pants. You have a nice mop of kind of light brown hair with a side part. Fairly decently bushy eyebrows. A very thick kind of like 70s mustache.
I'm going to give both fingers and thumbs a quick lick and just make sure that moustache is sculpted down as well as it can.
Cool. Yep.
Yeah.
Sure.
Obviously, under the circumstances, I would do far better otherwise. And then I'll have a quick look inside the chest.
Cool.
Very much hoping to find a suit.
So as you do the mustache in the door handle, you get a brief flash of memory of doing this many times before in many different door handles. Now, just grooming yourself up just a little bit before something important happens. But the thing that's important that was about to happen kind of slips your mind entirely in this moment. So, heading over to the chest is unlocked.
I will open it up and take a look.
Cool. So inside, you do indeed find a suit. It is a two-piece suit with a red tie and a blue shirt. And some nice brown shoes.
Excellent. I'm immediately putting that on. Crisp half winds are not in the tie.
Cool.
Already feeling far better about the day.
Sweet, yes. You also find a coffee mug, a
Excellent.
name badge.
Which presumably reads Mike Truck.
Correct.
Phew. I'm going to very carefully affix that to the breast pocket.
Good, good. As you affix that, please roll me a spell attack roll.
Oh, okay. That's a fucking 18.
Cool. So that, an 18 gives you a 24 total.
All right.
And holy shit, okay. Yes, so quite obviously the name badge is yours because it has your name on it. And it has been with you for quite a while. With that roll, you pick it up and you kind of like polish it with your thumb just like you did with your mustache earlier. And you see underneath your name in smaller writing is Balzar's Bazaar. And you get some memories, just very, very quick flashes of memory. And you're pretty certain that there are 4 different spells that you can cast through this name badge. But you only get to do that twice.
Would I have any information on the level of those spells?
Not quite yet.
Right. Lovely.
So,
Any other sort of small items in the chest? Anything in my pockets?
yes. So, continuing on, because there are 2 more things that are important. As you affix it to the top breast pocket, inside the breast pocket, you find an Employee of the Month pin.
It's going straight under the name badge.
Of course. Yep. Beautiful. And then, right in the bottom corner of the chest, you find a stuffed donkey.
What sort of size stuffed donkey are we talking here?
We're talking kind of like 20 centimeters long, like nose to tail.
Okay. I take it there's nothing like a suitcase in there as well?
There is not in there.
Can I make... I guess this would be a history check, just to see if there's any real personal significance to this donkey.
Sure. Yeah, roll. Well, I'll let you roll history or nature. Your choice.
Let's go history.
Okay.
An 11.
+3 for a 14. Then, yeah, this... You've got... A name comes to you. Betsy. But... Betsy... Like, that's the name that comes to you looking at this donkey, but... There's something not quite right about this whole thing. But with that, you're not quite sure what is not right about Betsy.
Right, I guess I'd better not leave Betsy behind then if Betsy has a name. I'm gonna take some of the bedding and use it just to wrap Betsy up, because Betsy needs to come with me, but Betsy doesn't go with my look right now.
Sure.
So I'll kind of bundle Betsy up for safekeeping. The mug stays in the hand. I'm holding it as though it were full.
Cool.
And with that, I'm going to see if I can go out the door.
It is locked.
Well then. Is there a window?
Unfortunately, there's not.
I'm just going to sit down on the bed and wait.
Okay.
In the hope
Just gonna
that
wait.
someone may come to the door. In fact, you know what? I'm going to knock on the door.
Sure. You knock on the door. Make an intelligence saving throw for me.
Oh. That's a 17.
All right. +1 for an 18. You
I'm slightly embarrassed by these rolls. They're too good.
You rap on the door, and you hear the knock kind of echo down a short corridor, maybe, and kind of bounce back again. And as you're hitting the door, you've knocked on some doors in your time. This feels fairly weak. You could probably make it through this door.
I'm going to start off with a kind of gentle push. Just to see if it gives.
Sure. Make a athletics check.
15.
-2 for a 13. So, you push on the door, and you're right, it starts to give a little bit, but at that point, you kind of run to the edge of your strength. You've never particularly been a strong person physically.
I'm going to remove my jacket. And have a second go this time at kicking it through.
Sure. Make a strength roll for me.
15, so -2, 13.
Correct. So you hit it with all of your might, and end up falling down next to your jacket. And as you kind of hit the floor, you see your name badge start to glow just a touch.
Can I make an Arcana check on that badge?
You can indeed.
That is an 18.
+3 for a 21. You've been rolling pretty damn well, actually.
I know.
Yeah,
I know.
brilliant.
It's all thanks to the tray. It's the only thing it can be.
All the tray.
So with that, you know that there is a cantrip that you know that probably would be the end of this door.
So, irresponsibly, without knowing what it is, I'm just going to try and cast it at the door.
Sure. Make a spell attack roll for me, please.
It's a nat 20.
Oh my god, okay.
It's a 26.
26.
This is silly. I don't like this.
So, you pick your jacket back up, and...
Oh yeah, I'm putting the jacket on first, obviously.
Cool, sure. So, you raise your hand and point at the door, and your name badge starts to glow quite brightly, to the point that it's almost hard to look at. And when you think it can't quite glow anymore, a small burst of energy erupts from it in the shape of a skull, weirdly enough. The shape of a skull wearing a little top hat. And this erupts forth as it casts Eldritch Blast, and the door is shattered into a million pieces as the skull slams into the middle and just... There are wood shards going everywhere. This door is gone.
So I dropped out after skull and came back in for wood shards.
Okay.
I'm guessing fucked that door's day up.
Yes, so a little skull popped out of your lapel pin, wearing a top hat, as a kind of mote of energy, as an eldritch blast, and slammed into the door, destroying it entirely.
I've learned one thing right now, and that's don't fuck with Mike Truck.
Don't fuck her with the trucker.
Cool.
With that, I'm going to quickly brush myself down.
Mm-hmm.
Smile warmly to myself. Quite proud of that. Just bowl on through that door.
Sweet. And as you do, we are moving on to Rara.
Hi. Oh God.
Rara.
I'm gonna wake up to ash and dust.
No, weirdly enough, because we're waking up a little before this happens. So you also start to come to consciousness, kind of in that void space, and everything's just a bit foggy. Throw me a charisma saving throw, please.
I got a 17.
+1 for 18, which is pretty good.
+1?
+1 charisma.
All right.
Yep.
Well,
Yep.
okay, cool.
Cool.
Right, so I somewhat wake up then.
Yes. So the bits of information that you get, your name is Nova Maranti. And I'll throw that in chat because that's a thing. Did I spell that right? Yes, I did.
Nova Mirante.
Mm-hmm.
Cool.
And you've been known sometimes by the name the Wild One.
Oh, fucking nice.
You're yeah, not too sure on that. Makes you
Do I not like that as a nickname?
well,
It's a nickname I'm not fond of.
there's an emotional reaction, but everything's still a little bit foggy right now, so you're not quite sure what is going on there, but there's something there.
Okay. Cool.
And you are a fairy. A non-binary fairy.
I'm a fucking what?
You are a non-binary fairy.
Fucking sick.
Standing at a solid, 3 feet tall, I believe. Hang on.
I was gonna say, how fucking big am I?
Oh, that section has not been filled out. Sweet. You are 2.5 feet tall.
Jesus, I'm tiny.
You are.
Okay. What's the room looking like for me?
Cool.
What sort of room is this?
So you wake up and kind of half float out of bed, your wings carrying you a good 5 feet off.
I fly.
You do indeed fly.
Fucking okay. I'm just gonna note that down. I'm loving this. Cool. I'm gonna show.
Make me a strength check as you're floating around.
They fly now. Oh dear, 8.
Cool. +4 for a 12.
Whoa.
So,
Okay.
as you're flitting around, everything's a little sore, and you're flitting around. You kind of realize that while yes, you can fly, going too high is probably not going to be the greatest idea for you.
It's more hovering than flight.
Yeah, that's right. It's kind of, you can get like 5 to 10 feet off the ground, but that's about where you're at this point.
Okay, I'm okay with that.
Cool. So floating above your bed,
Yeah.
or floating above the bed.
I feel like I'd probably actually flutter up and then probably settle on the floor and look around. I don't think I'm going to overtax my wings for now.
Sure, cool. So yeah, you flutter down to the ground and sit beside the bed. The chamber is small. It's a 10 by 5 chamber, and across from you is a chest and a chair and a door.
I assume a 10 by 5 chamber feels a lot bigger for me, though.
Oh yes, yeah. This is a fairly decent sized chamber for
and
you.
a locked door and a chest.
Well, it's a door.
Beeline for the chest.
Sure.
Is it locked in any way, the chest?
It is not. So you
Let's crack that bad boy open.
You throw the chest open, and sitting atop the items in the chest is a kind of grey with purple accents tunic, half dress type deal. It's a kind of one of those.
Okay.
Yeah, it's almost like
Very,
wizard...
very, very Fey-like.
Yeah, it's almost like wizard's robes, but it's like designed to be the full outfit with a purple belt that kind of wraps around a number of times.
Stylish. I like it. Okay. Cool. I'm gonna waste no time in getting that on.
Cool.
That feels correct.
Sweet.
What else? What else is hiding away from me in this chest that I have assumed is mine?
Yeah. Immediately under the clothes is a great axe.
Okay.
This axe is about as big as you are, if not half a foot bigger than you.
Okay. Okay.
As you grab hold of it, make an attack roll with disadvantage for me.
19.
Oh, with disadvantage. Damn.
Yeah. Yeah, it was a 19 and a 20.
Far out. Holy shit, that is great. Cool. So yeah, you grab hold of the axe, and it is massive. Your bonus to that, by the way, is +7. So you're at a 26 for that.
+7 attack bonus. Okay. Mm-hmm. Right.
Actually, wait. Sorry, that's a +6. I've just spotted that. That's there's a
no. That's all good.
There's an
that's
error
fine.
in this one. That's all good. +6. But yeah. So anyway, 25. Still fucking good.
Still terrifying. Yeah.
So yeah, you grab hold of this weapon that is bigger than you are and heft it with surprising
I'll give it a few.
ease.
I'll give it a few swishes.
Mm-hmm. It feels really, really good in your hands.
Nice.
It moves with you. It goes where you want it to go. And along the bottom, kind of near the pommel, is just Wild One written in a, engraved into the actual metal of the pommel.
In what language?
In Sylvan.
Neat. So I can read that
You
as well. I understand
can,
it. Cool. So I can
indeed.
read Sylvan.
And as you're kind of swinging this axe back and forth, and it's feeling good in your hands, some memories flash through your mind of other times that you have wielded this particular axe. And it brings back an emotion, and you're pretty sure it's the same emotion that you had when you've remembered the name Wild One. And it's a deep seated anger in the pit of your stomach.
Okay. Personality traits. Angry.
And you feel like maybe, if you really wanted to, you could give in to this anger.
Oh, fuck yes! I'm a Bob! Yes. In which case, then,
Mm-hmm.
can I hone down? Do I know that this is just an unbridled rage, or is this an anger at something particular as well?
It feels pretty unbridled at this point.
Yeah, I'm definitely a fucking barbarian. Neat. Cool.
Cool. And then the final... So you get some flashes of swinging the axe around and being really angry in your mind. And then the last flash you get, that you see the axe being swung, and being swung... It looks almost like at a stable of some kind. The axe is smaller in your hands than it is currently.
Can I attempt to focus on whether that's the same axe?
Sure. As you're doing that, I'll let you choose between history and investigation.
This is sort of flashbacks and visions. I think I'm going to go with history.
Okay.
So let's roll that. There we go. There's the crap rolls. That's a 7.
-1 on your history.
Oh god.
So that would be a 6 total. It wasn't too hard though. It is your axe. You are able to recognize.
This is my axe. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. It's your axe. You've had it for ages. It's a fairly well known thing to you, but that's basically all you get out of that vision there. Is that it is your axe?
Can I attempt to focus again and try and focus in on what Wild One means to me? Whether it's a name I chose or someone else chose, or whether it's actually just the name of the axe.
Sure. Roll me.
What does Wild One mean?
So I'll let you choose between. Let's see what's going to be the best here. Okay. I reckon we're going to go for either Arcana or History.
Well, we know we're getting a -1 on history, so let's break out that Arcana. Let's give it a go. Oh, God. That's a 3.
Also
Is Arcana also a
-1.
-1?
Mm-hmm.
Me dumb.
Unfortunately, yeah.
Me dumb. Me not know.
Yeah, so you focus in on kind of like the nature of yourself as a fey being and try and kind of tap into something, and you're just a little preoccupied right now, and your brain
I've got
is...
a big axe in my hands. I want to hit things with it, probably.
Mm-hmm.
Speaking of, let's hit something with it. I'm going to hit that door.
There is still one thing
Oh, there's
in
more
the
stuff.
chest.
Okay.
There is a shard of amethyst in the chest.
Hi. Amethyst. Cool. Pick it up. Pocket it. I assume I've got pockets in this or some form of knapsack or something.
Mm-hmm. Or you can just tuck it in your belt too. That's a thing.
Yeah.
Sweet.
Anything else?
No, not in here.
Cool. Then fuck that door.
Sure. Roll me an attack roll with disadvantage.
Disadvantage.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I don't get to use this 19. I do get to use this 19 because I've fucking done it again.
Oh, nice. Cool.
Nice.
It's 2 19s this time, though. So.
Sweet. So, as you go to swing the axe, you feel that rage build again. And at this point, I will let you, before the attack goes through, I will let you choose to give in to that or not. That is your choice.
No,
No?
I'm not going into Berserker Rage. I just want to, test things out. As I hit it, I'm going to, flutter up with my wings to get a better angle on the door.
Cool. Roll me a d12 for damage, please.
Yeah. Because it's a great axe. Great axes do a nice d12 damage. Do I have a D12 in here? Yes, I do. I have several. That's a 7.
7 plus 4 for 11.
Oh, shit, yeah, because I add my strength to it as well.
So yeah, you flutter up a little bit, get a nice angle, and shunk, cut deep into the locking mechanism of the door. And
Oh, this poor door.
I mean, they're different doors. It's fine.
I know, but we're wrecking this place.
And you hear it as you hit. You hear a as all of the internal mechanism seems to have just shattered
Nice.
with your well-placed blow.
Oh, and then I'm gonna float out of the door and just go, "Who the hell put me in a room?"
Cool. As you are about to float out the door, you hear a as something explodes somewhere down the corridor past this door.
Hunt for the explosion. Probably the person who put me in the room.
Cool. As you do that, we are going to make our final transition to Oliver.
That's what I like to call myself, the final transition.
All right. So, Oliver, as you are beginning to come to consciousness, again, we're going to do this kind of like rewind time a touch and start from here. So you are beginning to come to consciousness. Everything feels like a thick soup. Roll me a charisma saving throw, please.
That's an 8.
That's an 8. Plus 2 on your charisma saving throw. The 2 pieces of information kind of hit you as you come to consciousness, and everything else just feels a little bit... You are called Banjo Sprinkle Wish.
Again, please spell.
Sure, that will go in chat. So your name is
Okay.
Banjo Sprinkle Wish. And you're a gnome. Specifically a rock gnome. So, much like our fairy friend, you're kind of 3.5 foot tall. You're a little bit taller than our fairy friend. Not that you've met the fairy or know anything that's going on outside your eyes at this point, as you haven't really woken up.
Okay. So I'm sort of feeling fairly foggy in my head.
Mm-hmm.
Can I roll a medicine or a nature or something? Anything I know that might help wake me up?
Sure. Your choice between those two. So as you're laying there with your eyes closed, you're realizing you're quite foggy, and rather than springing into action, you're going to kind of contemplate your situation. So either...
Yeah, let's do a medicine.
Sure. Make the roll, please.
It's a 10.
Plus 5 on that.
Ooh.
For 15. So, you are feeling quite groggy. You know that you can wake yourself up, but it feels kind of like you haven't slept in a long time, or you've kind of been woken up at the wrong point in a sleep cycle, where you're kind of like you were in deep REM sleep and suddenly you've been foisted into wakedness. And you know that kind of getting up and getting moving is probably going to be the best way forward for you at this point. Like, getting yourself moving will help bring the brain back into activity here.
Ooh.
Also,
I'm gonna
actually, sorry, with a 15, you also remember, as you're kind of bringing yourself through this, that in the past, people have called you Wishy. Cool. So
I'm gonna do some stretches, sort of get my sit up, sort of stretch my arms out, try and touch my toes, do a bit of activity, try and get myself feeling better.
Roll me an acrobatics check, please.
Yeah, of course. Rolling great today. That's a 5.
+0. So
Okay.
you sit up in bed, and again, you're in this kind of fairly cheaply made bed with a fairly threadbare blue tunic and pants. And you decide, all right, you're going to get up, you're going to get going. You're usually a fairly energetic person, so this makes sense. You're going to do some stretches, get yourself ready for the day, and you reach down to touch your toes, and things are just a bit stiff at the moment. And you kind of bend down to touch your toes, and it kind of all cramps up a little bit, and then you kind of lose your balance a little bit, and you fall and hit the floor. And from the floor, you can see a fairly similar setup to what everybody else has seen. There is a door and a chest and a chair.
Door, a chest, and a chair. Okay. I'm gonna get up. I'm gonna go over to the chair.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna push the chair over to the chest.
Mm-hmm.
Sit on the chair and open the chest.
Oh, doing it in comfort.
Yeah, nice.
Well, I'm quite tired. I need to look after myself.
So, you open the chest. It is not locked. Inside, you find a red tunic with a green scale mail kind of overcoat.
Okay.
White pants with red boots. And a pointed green hat as your clothing items. Are you going to put those on, or are we going to keep going through the chest?
Let's keep going through the chest for now.
Sure. So you move those aside, and underneath the clothing and the armor is a mace that is red and white striped. And rather than having a nice ball at the end, as you would think a mace would, it is a hook-shaped mace.
Okay. That sounds faintly terrifying. I'm going to put the mace to one side, keep going through the chest.
As you touch the mace, give me a Constitution throw.
17.
Cool. Plus
More like
2
it.
for a 19. This thing looks like candy. It looks really good. You could kill for some candy right now.
Oh no.
Figuratively speaking, of course.
Is it red and white by any fucking chance?
It was
Oh yeah, red,
indeed.
red and white striped hooked mace.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Cool. So you move the mace to the side. Now, a little bit hungry. And underneath the mace, there is a shield.
Okay, we'll take that.
Cool.
Is there anything on the shield, or is it just a generic shield?
It's a wooden shield with red and green trim.
Okay.
And then the final item in here is a snow globe.
Snow globe. Okay, what's in the snow globe?
Cool. So you pick the snow globe up and have a look at it. Roll a spell attack roll for me, please.
Hey. 18.
Oh, geez. Okay. Plus 5 for your spell attack bonus. So 23 for that. So first, inside the snow globe is a little house with a red and white striped pole out the front. And it appears that the fireplace inside the snow globe is working because the house lets out little puffs of smoke every now and again. It's a fairly snowy scene, as you would expect in a snow globe. And yeah, there seems to be a kind of red glow emanating from inside the little hut inside the snow globe.
Okay, cool.
So you got 23 for your roll. So yes, the snow globe is definitely yours. You have definitely cast spells with it in the past. And actually leveled spells, you have 6.
Okay.
And you have 6 spell slots.
Um.
And
I'm
underneath,
gonna do
sorry,
something-
one last thing. Underneath the snow globe, there is a letter.
Letter. Okay, let's read the letter.
It begins, Dear Banjo, Sprinkle Wish, and seems to be a letter of employment. Signed
Okay.
by a Nicholas.
And any indication on what kind of work this was?
This was manufacturing work. Woodwork, specifically. Woodworking, specifically.
Somebody took the Secret Santa theme to heart. Okay, I'm going to do something similar to Ryan. I'm going to see if I can polish up the glass of the snow globe and get a look at my reflection.
Sure thing. Cool. So, have you changed at this point, or have you...
I have not yet changed.
Okay.
I will change, but...
Sure. So, looking back at you, you see a gnome with pointed ears and bright green eyes
Okay.
and red hair. That's kind of just a little bit messy at the moment. No moustache or beard or anything to speak of.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, that's
Long
about...
hair, short hair?
Kind of short, like guy style, shortish hair. Not military short or anything, but also not, past your ears or anything like that.
Fair. I mean, it would have to be quite long to be past my ears, I'm guessing.
Oh, your ears point up rather than point down, so...
Okay. Cool. Well, I'm gonna get changed.
Mm-hmm.
The tunic, the trousers, the boots, the mail, the green pointed hat. What do I think about the hat?
Roll me... Let's see. Your choice of history or charisma?
Charisma.
Sure.
It's a 10.
Okay, that is a flat 10. This is your work hat. You're comfortable in it. That's nice.
My work hat. Okay. Yeah. Gonna put on the hat, and go to the door.
Okay, it is locked.
Okay. I'd like to roll strength and try and just put my weight against it and push it open.
Sure. Roll me an athletics check. We'll do athletics.
That's great. 4.
+1 for 5. Yeah, you throw your shoulder into it and it doesn't really move.
Okay. Do I get the sense that I might have anything magical that could help me out?
Well, you do know that your snow globe can cast magic from it. If you'd like to focus on that, we can... look at that more.
Yeah, let's do it.
Sure. Make me an Arcana roll, please.
17.
+1 for 18. So, thinking about this specific problem and focusing on your snow globe, you realize that you have a cantrip that would really not work well in this particular situation, a cantrip that would work in this particular situation, and one leveled spell, one of your lower leveled spells, will probably kind of put you through the door.
Let's try the cantrip first. The one that might work.
Roll me a spell attack roll, please.
So 12 plus my 5 is a 17.
17. Yeah, that is going to hit because it's a door. So, you raise the snow globe and focus your energy on sending something at this door. And as you do, it begins to glow a little bit, and then a piece of mistletoe that is radiating a warm light flies from the snow globe and slams into the door. Please roll me a d8.
D8. That's an 8.
Oh, beautiful. Yeah, so it flies into the lock and the lock is gone.
Cool. Well, I will open the door and head out.
Sweet. So, all of you, by your own means, hit this point at the same time. You all kind of hear the explosion happen as you're exiting your own doors. And there is a short corridor, like 5 feet, before you get to another reasonably well-lit room. It is a semicircular room, and all of your doors come in from the rounded wall. In the middle of the room, there is what looks to be kind of like a park bench, that kind of like hooped iron style with wood slats across it, and 4 bags placed on the park bench, basically filling up its entire length. It would be a 4-person bench if there wasn't 4 bags on there. And then on the flat wall across the way, there is a door surrounded by 2 torch sconces with torches in them.
I would like to ignore the fact that there's other people here and things, see a door that is not currently open, and just feel the need to open it with my axe.
Sure. Okay. So you, ignoring all else, float past the benches. Are you floating or are you walking across?
Oh, floating.
Sweet.
Get the momentum going.
Sure.
No one keeps me confined!
So you float across,
Uh-huh.
dragging the axe behind you with a little
Yep.
across the stone flooring. Sweet. Roll me an attack roll against that door, please.
Fuck you, door! Yeah! Nat 20!
Cool. As you hit this door... Oh, it should have been at disadvantage, but that's fine. We'll roll this one
Oh, I
for
can
now.
roll the other.
That's alright. You got it.
Okay. The other one's a 16, so I'm alright.
Cool. Yeah. You definitely hit the door. As you hit the door, which you lined up really well, and then just the weight of the axe kind of threw you off a little bit, and you should have hit it right on the door handle and just exploded the door handle. Instead, you kind of hit it in the middle of the door, and the door swings open. It was unlocked.
What's the other side of the door?
Sure. The other side of the door is a 15-foot corridor, and the light that is around you only seems to get about 5 feet into the darkness, and that is the edge of your vision.
Okay. At this point, seeing that there is sort of nothing important behind the door, I'm going to turn around and look at everyone else. Just very sort of wide-eyed glare. Who the fuck are all of you?
Is that a question or just a look?
No. It's just a look.
Well, hi everyone! Mike Truck at your service. Today is your lucky day. You get to meet me.
Oh. I was going to ask if you knew what was going on, but... Clearly...
Well, I thought maybe one of you guys would, fill in that blank for me.
So... none of us know why we're here. I seem to have a bit of memory loss.
I don't want to be confined anymore!
What about you, our froggy friend?
I'm just gonna be distracted by a fly that's buzzing around my head.
Sure.
Trying to line up my shot.
Make me. Make me an acrobatics check.
Okay. That's 10.
+5, 15. You snatch it out of the air.
Hello. Who are you? Where are we?
I'm the Great Wild One, and nothing will stop me.
A little bit of rage just burbles in your stomach as you refer to yourself as the Great Wild One.
Have I got any? In fact, on the back of the letter that's in my breast pocket, can I make a note? Have I got something to make a note with?
Sure, yeah, we can say that you all had, some basic writing implements.
I'm just gonna write song lyrics. Hey, I heard you are a wild one. Ooh, 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 ooh.
Please take an inspiration for the ooh, ooh, ooh.
How is that written?
I rolled a 2.
No, it's inspiration. You take it and you roll it when you need it.
Oh, I was going to say.
You get a
right,
reroll
sure.
on something at some point.
Oh, that inspiration. I thought it was just how inspired those lyrics were, and I thought it was only a 2.
I was going to say, not very, yeah. I am perturbed by the fact that no one else is hitting anything right now. So, are we going to sit around here and discuss who we are? Or are we going to go find the people that put us in here and hit them?
What if we were the
think
people
we're
that put
gonna-
us in there?
I think we're going to discuss who we are. Come on, people.
Well,
names.
you
Names.
said
I'm
the-
Mike. That's
you-
Wild One. How about you two? I'm making finger guns at both of you.
Oh, no.
Mike, please roll me a... what are we going to do with this one? Persuasion roll.
Let's try that again. The rolls are coming back to me. That's a 3.
+6 for a 9.
Ooh.
So Mike is still a little bit foggy here, but you do get a flash of being in a room and kind of finger gunning at people and kind of getting some interactions going in the past. This is something you've done before.
I'm just going to turn to the rest of the party and say, I don't know who he is, but I like his energy.
I like yours too, frog person.
Hello, call me Zartrake. I'm going to put out a hand to shake.
I'm not going to shake it.
Yeah, it is wet.
I'm going to just glare at it.
Mike, make me a charisma check.
13.
+4.
So +4, I assume, for
Yes.
17.
It's incredibly bad manners not to shake an offered hand. And normally when you shake an offered hand, you get the things you want.
I'm gonna slightly unwrap Betsy, wrap my hand instead, and then try and shake the hand.
I'm going to nod as if to say, yeah, this... Well, in fact, does this happen a lot?
Roll me history.
12, so that is 13.
These days, sure. But a while ago, no, not really.
Okay.
Cool. So introductions made. What would you like to do?
Excuse me, you seem to have forgotten someone.
Oh, sorry.
I'm going to take my mace in my hand and sort of throw it outwards and do a little bow.
That looks
Banjo Sprinklewish at your service.
Now that we've exchanged names, I'm going to go and find the person who hit us. No, hit us. I'm going to go find the person who locked us away and hit them.
Well, you do that, friend.
Let's go. I'm just going to start floating down the corridor.
Sure. Does
I'm
everybody...
gonna quickly grab one.
Yeah.
Sorry.
No, go ahead.
I'm going to follow along. I'm going to grab one of the torches off the wall first.
Sure. I just need to
Did
quickly...
nobody else notice those bags? No? Okay.
I mean, I did. Shall we take a gander?
Why not? Yeah, I'm going to go over to the one of the bags and open it up.
Sure. So inside the bag is a fairly standard adventuring kit. There is rope, there's like climbing hooks, there's a grappling hook, there's ball bearings, there's some rations. It's all of the type of things that you would expect in an adventuring kit.
Okay. What about the other bags? Are they all the same?
They are all the same.
Well, this seems like it could be useful. I'm gonna pick up a bag and offer it out to Tsar.
Thank you very much. I'm going to unravel the bed sheet, take those trousers out, and put them in the adventuring bag.
Cool. You can absolutely do that.
Gonna hold up a bag and try and wave it in the direction of the others who have left, but if they're not looking, then we'll just leave it.
So, Banjo, as you do that, you actually manage to see further down the corridor. As you have dark vision.
Ooh.
The only person, I believe, to have dark vision. I thought for a second we had a whole party of no dark vision, and I was going to be very surprised, but we've got one. So, past the point where the light reaches, which is only really kind of reaching 5-10 feet down the corridor, you see another door. Past the Wild One and Mike, who have headed off in that direction.
Well, I imagine our fairy friend is only going to deal with that in one way. But Mike and Wild One are not sort of looking at us at all. They're completely.
Up to you guys.
We're gone.
Yep.
We're gone. Cool. Well, we will. I will take an adventuring pack. I'm assuming Tsar will take an adventuring pack.
Uh-huh.
I'm going to leave the other two there and head out.
Yeah, I'm also going to leave the other two there.
So, as you guys are doing that, Mike and Wild One, you find another door.
I'm going to look to Mike, look to my axe, and just wait expectantly for the almost permission to do so.
I'm going to knock first.
I'll allow it.
Sure. You get close enough to do the knock. Make a perception check for me.
Natural 20.
+5 for 25.
Ooh.
The other side of this door, from the other side of this door, I should say, you hear livelihood. You hear people talking, there's drinking happening. There might be a little bit of music, but it's kind of a bit foggy. And you get flashes. This feels like it might be a tavern on the other side, and well, you know, you have to stay in taverns on the road, but not fully your speed.
I'm gonna hold a hand out towards Wild One, just to sort of pacify for a second. Just breathe deeply. Commerce. And I'm gonna try the handle.
It is open.
I'm going to look a little dejected that I didn't get to hit it with an axe.
Wild One
I'm
will
gonna
remember
hold
this.
it for everyone else.
Cool. So as it opens up, inside is indeed a very warmly lit tavern, wooden floors, like wooden walls, and kind of bare rafters for a ceiling. All of your heads are a little bit funny still, so you're kind of almost perceiving this amount of light as though you need glasses. Like there's just you can't focus on things for too long. So while there is the noise of people drinking and talking and so forth, you can only really focus on about 4 things in this room. Now, I just need to double check a few little bits here. Half a second for me. So first of all, though, while I'm doing this, in the back right-hand corner, you see a bar, which looks to be staffed by a older-looking dwarven lady. And then directly ahead of you, there is another door. And then there are 2 tables, one with an older woman and one with an older man. And in front of them, they have 3 pints each and 2 empty stools. And as Mike and the Wild One are the first people to open the door, the older man kind of looks up from his drink, spots you, gives a nice wave, and gestures the pair of you to wander over to his table.
I'm going to fly over, put my hand down on the table hard, and just, what the hell do you think was a good idea putting us in those rooms?
A bit of a weird look crosses his face. Rooms? I don't know anything about rooms.
Well, who put us in the rooms then?
I don't know, where are these rooms? You mean the ones upstairs?
We didn't come down any stairs. Mike! Are they upstairs?
What upstairs?
Oh, well, the upstairs
Then-
here. Because if you were upstairs, then Celtus put you up there. That's the tavern's rooms.
No, we haven't been up or down any stairs. Also, hi. Mike Truck.
Oh.
Stuffing out a hand.
He reaches out a hand. Ah, yes. Well met. I'm Frederick. As he grabs your hand, he gives you a hard stare in the eyes and goes, Ah, I see. You're newbies. I get it now. Yes. Well, I guess welcomes are in order. Welcome to the Raven's Call. This establishment is a good first stop for many adventures. We have lots of newbies come through here, and I can see it in your eye. You've got that search for adventure going. Well, if you want adventure, the adventure is out the door. And he points to the other door that you've seen, which glows just a little bit. Mm-hmm. It's natural for newbies to want to adventure and head beyond the door and seek fame and fortune, and it's only right that you should as well. Both of you either make charisma checks or history checks, please.
I'm going to attempt a charisma check. I've not got that one yet. It's a 10.
Cool.
My charisma is a 9.
Oh, I have got
As
my
in it's
charisma.
a
I have got
6.
my charisma's +1, so I got an 11 altogether.
11 altogether, and then what did you get, Mike?
Sorry, mine's a 7. 7 total.
7 total. Cool. Okay. Right. So I'm going to start with Mike. You swear you've heard something along these lines before, but the person's wrong and the message is a little off. You swear there was something about sales the last time you had this conversation, but you can't really put your finger on where anything is wrong here. It's just, you just get this vague sense. It's almost like a deja vu that you've had some of these conversations before, but you're not 100% sure on that. Wild One, you've had this conversation before. You know you've had this conversation before. With an older human male and a kind of oldish dwarven lady who both looked a little disheveled while they were giving you this this particular conversation. and you're pretty sure you're related to them, but not really. Like, that doesn't make sense. You're a fairy and they're not, but...
My adopted! Is this how I find out?
Yes. You are indeed adopted. And you had this conversation with your parents, your adopted parents, and they suggested that adventuring might be a good thing for a young fairy.
Neat, in which case this guy's offering adventure, and my adopted parents like me doing adventure, so fuck yeah. Let's do it.
Cool.
I suddenly have no intention of hitting anyone to do with rooms anymore, because adventure's much more exciting.
Sweet. So, with that, we are going to cross over to Banjo and Sa, who you guys grab your packs and enter into the tavern. I'm going to say you kind of get in a little bit behind Mike and Wild One.
Yeah, fine.
And the old lady at the other table, you see the same thing, and the old lady at the other table beckons you over.
I'm going to give Sarah sort of look like sort of shall we?
I'm going to nod.
And then walk over to the to this table.
Oh, look at the pair of you. Welcome, welcome. I am old Mavis, and looking at you, it's fairly clear that you're new around here. Well, welcome to the Raven's Call. This is
Thank you.
It's a fine establishment, this one. It's a good place to have a drink and a chat and, catch up on the local news, as it were. Now, I should mention, of course, as you are new ones, there is some temptation to leave the Raven's Call through that door over there. And she points to the other door on the other side of the tavern. And to you guys as well, it also glows a little bit. However, I must warn you very strongly against this course of action. It's not wise to do so. Many new ones have done so, and none ever return here. We don't know what happens to them beyond that door, but, if they don't return, we can only assume the worst.
So you all just stay here then?
Oh, I do. Of course I do. This place is awesome.
What does it have to offer?
Oh, well, there is good company and politics discussion, and she kind of gestures your eyes to the corner of the room. Make a perception check for me.
Can I roll that as well?
You can indeed.
I have rolled a 7.
Sure. Perception. So, Sa, your perception gives you an 8. You've got a +1 on yours. And...
I thought you meant a +8 for a moment, and I was like, oh god.
Banjo, you have a +3 on yours.
Okay, so it's a 13 total then.
Yes. So, Banjo, with yours, she kind of gestures for Sa, but the booth that she gestures to, you don't get a good look at, because you're kind of distracted for a moment by another table which kind of swims into view for you, with a bunch of elves and gnomes sitting around in red and white clothing and discussing at great length the procedures for woodworking, essentially. Make a... let's see... Yeah, make a charisma saving throw for me.
Nat 1.
Nat 1, okay. Yeah, this is entirely boring, their conversation. And you don't really get too much more out of it than that. You see them there and talking, and you don't particularly think it's a good idea to head over that way.
No.
So, you do see the booth in the corner, where she is pointing, and you see a group of people in very fine clothes, and some very fancy jewellery discussing labor laws and taxes and increasing taxes and all of those kind of things. Also make me a charisma saving throw, please. Sir? You're muted.
Yeah, that would make sense. I've rolled a 6, which I believe is going to give me a 9.
Charisma saving throw for you gives you an 11.
Oh boy.
Yes.
That's
Yeah.
plus 5.
So, you've seen this kind of conversation happen before, and it usually drags for hours and hours and hours, and it just a slight shiver runs up the back of your spine.
Not a shite sliver.
Sliver runs up the back of your arm.
That's a very
That's the
different
best
thing.
of us.
Yes, so a slight shiver runs up the back of your spine at the memory of many, many, many hours of conversations like this.
I'm going to turn back to the lady and say, I could do that, but it sounds incredibly dull.
Cool. Make a persuasion check for me, please.
I have rolled an 18.
Oh, shit. Plus 5 for 23. So, you have also had this conversation before. And you've had this conversation at great length before. With your parents, the King and Queen of Nor, which is a swampy nation kind of west somewhere. And you never wanted to join in on the politics of the situations. You always wanted to get out there, see things, get away from it all. And your parents pushed you very, very hard towards politics. So many conversations happened where they wanted you to do the politics bit, and you instead jumped out a window and ran off into the forest for a while and, explored around a bit. At one point, finding yourself in a tavern, meeting a nice group of musicians who taught you some things. But the conversations always ended with your parents being dissatisfied. But at the end of the day, the times that you did those things and didn't sit down and have the political discussions, you enjoyed yourself way more than any of the times that you did the things that your parents asked you to do.
Righto.
Old Mavis,
Yes.
my friends and I seem to have suffered a little bit of amnesia. Could you tell us where this inn is and how we got here? Do you know that?
Well? Oh, I see I've lost you already.
We were pretty lost to begin with.
You're thinking about adventuring, aren't you?
No, I just want to know how we got here.
These are dangerous questions to be asking. People that ask these questions always leave and never return.
I'd feel a lot more comfortable staying if I at least knew more about the place I was staying in.
It's a tavern.
So you said?
Make me a persuasion check, please.
13.
13 plus 2 for 15. As you're kind of having this conversation, especially the bit where she was talking about not leaving, you've also had this kind of conversation. And also with your parents, who were gnomes working where you are or were employed. You're not quite sure on your exact employment status at this point. But they also told you to stay in the safety of an area and not leave. But the world is big. and exciting and interesting and full of candy and friends and things that you want to experience a little bit more of. And in the places where, there isn't candy and friends and fun things, you can bring those things. You can be the change that you want to see in the world. And old Mavis kind of looks at you and goes, well, I don't know. Come to think of it, maybe I've had one too many of these. And she downs half her pint in one go and it hits the table.
Jesus.
Doesn't it seem just a little sinister that I have no memory of my old life?
I mean, maybe? People who ask these type of questions always leave. Maybe the answers are out there.
Maybe they are. One more question.
Yes.
Those gentlemen over in the booth there, in the red and green, they look a lot like me. Do you know anything about them?
Who?
There, over there.
She turns and her eyes don't seem to focus on the booth. I'm not sure what you mean.
I'm gonna give a confused look to Tsar, hoping that he can also see what I'm seeing and that I'm not completely mad.
If you want,
guess that I can't see.
make a perception check for me.
I have rolled a 10.
10 plus perception is 11. You can make out some green and red shapes in the general vicinity of a table, but it's all a little bit blurry still. It's enough that you can be like, oh yeah, there's people there, but you couldn't really clue into what they're doing or what their conversation is.
Okay, I'm going to relay all this back through the power of nod.
Power of nod.
Sounds like a really good sleep remedy.
I'm also going to pull out my piece of paper and write down power of nod as a potential lyric.
It's a good song title, yeah.
Nice. I like it. Cool. So what
Can I
would you
roll
like to do?
a history on that table over there?
Sure thing. Roll
Anything
history.
that I'm looking at over there sparking any memories? The way that they're dressed, or you said what they were talking about wasn't particularly interesting. So yeah, more based on the way that they look, the way that they behave, some of the things they might have held in their hands or on their person.
Sure. Roll me history.
15.
+1 on history. So, as you kind of look at them, their uniforms seem quite familiar, actually. You're pretty sure you've seen a long line of people looking fairly similar at some point in the past. But this doesn't look like a kind of production line. This looks more like a meeting room, which you're never really allowed in those, but you've seen them through a window. None of the actual faces that you see, like none of the elves or gnomes look familiar to you, but their outfits do seem as though they were something you've seen in the past.
I'm gonna sit on that information for now.
Cool. So I think we'll swap back over to Mike and the Wild One. You guys, we're kind of finishing these conversations at around the same time.
I mean, they've encouraged us to go adventuring, so I'm just gonna shrug, grab the axe up a little, and just okay, and head over to the door.
Cool.
Wait. Aren't you hungry?
No, food can wait.
Okay, then.
Food can wait. Adventure now.
I'm gonna let you go.
Sure.
Yeah, cool. You say that I've got this feeling I've done this before.
Oh yeah.
Are there any sort of like particular sort of great adventure moments I remember, like a thing I'd maybe be particularly proud of or something?
Sure. Give me half a second. Cool. Yeah, so give me an investigate. Actually, have you got that yet? No. Investigation check, please.
That's a solid 12.
Cool. +1 from your investigation.
I have proficiency in that then.
So +1 for your investigation gives you 11, was it? Sorry.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So with that, you kind of pause for a moment, trying to think about what's been said, and you pull out the amethyst crystal that you had tucked away in your belt. And you get that feeling rise up in you again.
Yeah.
Something to do with this crystal was maybe the first time you felt that feeling?
Yeah.
There's...
Well, if adventuring can get me this, I'm going to raise the crystal towards Mike. It can get me all sorts of other stuff. Let's go.
So I will
Can we
say...
at least have a couple of minutes to eat?
Food later, adventure now.
Banjo and Sa, you do see and hear Wild One making all this noise and yelling about adventure.
Out of interest, are many people that we can see paying attention to this whole exchange?
So old Frederick is. He is nodding along and smiling as Wild One is giving the information. Mavis is kind of like turned her back on you and is trying her very best to ignore you. And then the dwarven lady behind the bar seems to be kind of giving glances your direction every now and again when like a really loud word happens, but as you're not like near the bar, she doesn't care and she just goes back to like polishing a glass.
I'm going to go over to the other two.
Mm-hmm.
Morally, can we let them go on their own? Do we have to go as well? I don't really want to go as well.
Well, the lady here was advising us not to leave. Apparently the outside world is dangerous, but...
I'll be honest, she wasn't giving us much good reason to stay.
Yes, I do find it kind of odd, sinister even, that we, up to this point, have had little memory of our former lives.
In fact, they seem to be the only one who has any semblance of a former life. Though I remember myself taking the plunge into the outside world, much to the dismay of my parents, but there we are.
Can't hurt to at least go and have a look at what's on the other side of the door. There's usually opportunity on the other side of a door.
Old Mavis has huffed and has walked over towards the bar.
See, she's fine with it.
Oh no, I quite agree. Forward then?
Yeah?
Yeah?
Let us make haste into the world.
Actually, can you give me one moment? I'm going to quickly totter over to the bar and just see if they'll fill my mug with coffee.
What? What do you want?
Hi! Can I just have a little coffee refill,
What do you want?
please? Can I have a little coffee refill, please?
The fuck's coffee?
Brown stuff, good in the morning. Get you ready for a profitable day.
We got mead and we got wine. What do you want?
Just mix them together and it might be the right colour.
The fuck? Sure. Pulls out a bottle of mead and a bottle of wine and pours both of them together into the coffee mug. That'd be a silver.
Put it on the company tab and I'll just walk away.
The fuck? Cool. So you all head towards the door. So the door is unlocked. Passing through the door. Anybody who wants to make me an Arcana check, please.
Fuck yeah!
Yeah.
Oh dear. I've got a 4.
So Sar, you
16
have a
minus
5.
1.
I'll get
16 minus 1 is a 15.
I've got an 8 total.
15. 8, yep. Were you jumping in on this banjo as well or not?
A 7.
A 7. Cool. Wild One, as you pass through the door, just get a momentary feeling of, like, gravity shifting for half a second.
Uh-oh.
But that's
I'm
about it.
I'm sure I'm fine. I've got wings.
Yeah, you're right. You've got wings. Nobody else kind of gets this, and you'll just pass through the door. On the other side of the door is a graveyard. A weird graveyard. So in front of you spans a wide path, about 15 foot wide. And on either side are rows of 4 gravestones. You've got kind of 5 columns and 4 rows on either side of this path that runs up through the middle. The weird thing about this, though, is that there is grass everywhere that is not, like, grave sites. But where you would normally kind of expect to see a fence, like a little graveyard fence, instead you see rough-hewn stone walls. And those rough-hewn stone walls kind of go up about 10 feet and then kind of arch towards the middle in a kind of rough-hewn stone ceiling.
We're in an indoor graveyard.
Yes. And in front of you...
Hang on a moment. Hang on a fucking second.
Sure.
Are we dead?
In front of you...
Is there something I can roll to work out if I'm dead?
What the hell would that be?
Medicine?
Sure, make me a medicine check.
With a
Dead,
2.
self-diagnosing.
With a 2, I don't think I'm doing much.
You have a -2 to your medicine check. What even is...
that is a solid 0.
What even is alive, really? How do you tell things that are alive from things that are dead? You don't
My head
know.
hurts. I'm gonna stop thinking about it.
The mortal realm
Your
is really
medicine
weird.
check has actively hurt you.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, you guys are just gonna see Wild One suddenly clutch their head and be like, no, brain, no. Not awake enough for big thought.
Cool. So yes, in front of you, then, continuing the description of this area, on the back wall, there seems to be a mausoleum of sorts that has been carved from the stone.
Is the mausoleum where we've just left from?
No, that is in front of you. That is like, it's actually a decent way down the road.
I'm going to turn around and
Say,
look
what
at
is
the building
yeah.
behind us.
What did we walk out of?
There is a stone wall behind you.
Oh, for fuck's sake!
With a door in it, right?
There is no door.
But what if there was a door? Wouldn't that be great?
It would
So
be
the
great. Unfortunately,
The-
there's not a door there.
Is there any way to walk back in the direction we came, or is it just all walled off?
Sure, you can give it a try. You want to step back towards where you went?
Yeah, sure. Let's do that.
Roll me. Let's go acrobatics.
That is a 6.
6 total. Yeah, you walk straight into stone.
Well, worth trying, wasn't it?
Wait, I've got it. I know. Clear. I know how to open it again.
Go back.
Axe.
Cool. Roll me an axe throw at disadvantage, please.
Why am I at disadvantage? That is a 9, so plus my to hit bonus of 6. That's 15.
Cool. Actually, sorry, I will also say rage things happen again, so you are welcome to...
Oh, I now know why I'm at disadvantage, because I'm not raging. Okay. I'm going to continue to try and hold the anger down.
Okay, sure. So with a
I'm
15,
going to hit the wall
Sure.
with an axe.
you
I'm opening the door again.
you hit the wall with the axe. It is stone. And a little chip of stone falls out of the wall.
Right. Give me a few hours, I can chip back through.
Hold up, stand back. Let me try something. I'm gonna sort of, as I did with the doorknob, just give my name badge a quick huff and polish. And try an Eldritch Blast at the wall.
Sure. Roll me a spell attack.
That's a 9 total.
9 total? Your Eldritch Blast leaves your name badge again. The little skull with a top hat comes flying out and just skitters across the stonework, not really finding purchase, and then it vanishes.
As I do that, do I get, or can I search for any sense of where the power to do that is coming from, or in this case, where it's maybe failed to come from?
Sure. You can make me an Arcana check if you'd like.
Hey, 5 total.
Oh no.
Yeah,
The rolls are coming back to me. Gambler's fallacy in action.
you were. It might be coming from the skull.
Ooh. That would be neat.
I mean, I'm sure that's not incorrect.
Although not really that workplace appropriate.
Fair. Cool. So, the wall is a wall. What would you like to do?
I'd like to turn around and wander towards the nearest of the gravestones and look over it.
Sure. Make me either an investigation or a perception check, your choice.
Let's do investigation since I don't have that yet. That's a natural 20.
Oh, hell yes. Cool. So, you are wandering over to the closest gravestone to have a bit of a look around, and something catches your eye. A little further down, kind of 3 rows in and 1 row across. 3 columns in and 1 row across. There's a gravestone that is a different color to the rest of them.
Okay.
So you go over and have a look at that one instead of the closest one to you. This
Do
one.
I get a... Sorry, do I get a modifier to my investigation?
Oh yes, +1. Sorry, so 21 for you.
Yeah.
So yeah, this gravestone is discolored from the rest. All of the rest of them are kind of a light grey stone that you would kind of expect out of a graveyard. This one is a darker grey stone, and it looks like it's had a chip taken off of one of the corners. And having a bit of a look around it, it seems as though the darker grey colour is caused by black energy almost, but kind of like the end of a spell. Something has hit this gravestone and kind of run across the face of it that was black in form. And just the very edge of, like, the very end of that energy is still just kind of on the gravestone.
Okay.
You also...
Do I get the... Go on.
So also with that, you get that in this grave is Tilda and her partner John, with a last name that's not in a language that you can read, unfortunately.
Okay.
But their name is at the top of the gravestone. And under them, there is another couple, and under them, there is another couple, and under them, there is another couple. 5 deep, it seems. The only real interesting bit of note here is that the dates on the kind of last 3 layers all seem to be fairly similar, at least the same year,
Okay.
from what you can make out. But the as things get further down, they do kind of get a bit murkier in terms of like the chiseling on the names and the dates and stuff isn't as pristine anymore, and some of the energy is kind of more gathered in that area.
Okay. This energy, this burning or what have you, do I have the sense that I might have some kind of spell that could help me investigate this a bit more?
Sure. Roll me an Arcana check, please.
Oh, great. 5 total.
Yeah, unfortunately, you're not really sure what this is or if you've got anything in your toolbox that will be able to help with this particular thing. So what are the rest of you up to?
Is there a way out of here? Of the indoors? Can I perception it up, maybe?
Sure. Give me a perception roll.
Oh, that, my friend, is a 4.
-2.
Oh no!
You see a path and some gravestones. And for a second, Banjo goes missing. You're not really sure where he went.
I don't know what's going on. I really should just stop everything. I'm gonna actually, they're gonna have a sit down and just like everything is going weird. I tried to think about something big about like life and death, and now I can't see people. Like no.
As you're having a sit and a think, you see Banjo's hat pop up from one of the gravestones as he was kneeling down and inspecting something.
I still feel like I'm having an existential crisis.
Fair. Very, very fair. Cool. Mike, what you up to?
I'm still staring impassively at the wall.
Cool. The wall stares impassively back at you. As much a wall can.
I'm fine with that situation.
Sweet.
I'm going to quickly take a sip from the mug and see what kind of flavours it provides.
Roll me a Constitution saving throw.
That's a 2.
-1. It's a 1. Okay. I get to roll
Feast
something now.
or famine over here.
You take 2 points of poison damage. As you expect
Do I
coffee,
then...
and you just get a kind of weird, overwhelming taste of muddled alcohol.
Does that mean I now know what hit points I'm on?
No.
Or do I just know that I've lost 2?
You know that you have lost 2.
I'm going to reel back in disgust, first of all.
Mm-hmm.
Then I'll kind of throw the contents of the mug onto the wall in the area that we were hitting and try to Eldritch Blast that again, if only to get rid of the liquid.
Sure. Roll me that spell attack roll.
That's much better. That's a 23 total.
Oh, nice. Yeah, so this time the Eldritch Blast goes off, the little skull comes out, slams into the liquid, and evaporates all of it. There's a nice little divot in the wall where your Eldritch Blast hit, but that is that.
That's good enough for me. I'm going to sort of wander over to see what other people are doing.
Cool. Speaking of, Sar, what are you up to?
I'm gonna go and look at some of the other gravestones.
Cool. Roll me investigation or perception, your choice.
Let's see what's better. I don't have investigation yet, so we'll... Oh, I still probably won't. Well, I'll know what it is, but I rolled a 5.
Cool. +1 for your investigation. Yeah, so 6 total on that. Yeah, you just see the graves. You kind of get a little bit of the same thing that Banjo did in terms of, like, there is a couple at the top and then it's stacked 5 or 6 deep. But the graveyard, the gravestone you're looking at, you can't read the language on the gravestone at all. You get the vague idea that it's maybe names and dates, but that's about all you've got. And again, you get this idea that they're stacked 5 or 6 deep here.
Cool. Yeah, that's some information.
It is indeed.
It's probably... Can I have a look around to see if there's a way out?
Sure. Roll me perception.
Don't. I tried that. I lost everyone.
I've rolled a 12. I think I've got +1 on that, so 13.
You can't see a way out necessarily, but you can see that mausoleum that's up the pathway across the other side of the graveyard from you. And it looks like it might have a door in it, but it's kind of hard to tell from here.
Well, I'm going to go that way.
Sure.
Seeing someone heading in a direction looking like they're actually on their way out, I'm just going to up and follow.
Yep, same here.
Cool. Are you doing the same, Mike?
I'll
or are you
join
gonna...
too.
Yep, okay.
Yep, I'll join.
Mike, one thing that I'll get you to do for me really quick, make me an intelligence check.
That is 11. I think I have the... Oh no, I don't quite know for sure the mod on that. So it's an 11 rolled.
+1, so 12. As you're wandering through this gravesite, there's a bunch of different languages in here. There's some common, there's some elven, there's some dwarven. And you seem to be able to read all of those. That's it.
Ooh.
Cool.
Hey, just so everyone knows, if you need any of these read, I am your guy. Just tag me in whenever, any reading, call me.
Read my forte.
Read your what, sorry?
Reading is not my forte, so thank you.
Yeah, you cut
I'm
out and all we
happy to
got
help.
was read my forte.
Read my
Yeah.
forte. Read my forte.
Cool. So, you all approach the mausoleum at the end. It is a 15-foot wide structure that juts out about 5 feet from the rough-hewn back wall of this cemetery graveyard area. This looks like it's kind of been carved out of this same stone, and it is, like I said, 15 foot wide. There is kind of faux marble pillars, but again, just out of the same stone on either side, kind of little nice indents, and then a doorway, which seems to just be carved stone with a door frame full of runes and a nice little sloped roof on the top.
So I see runes that I can't read. I'm going to physically grab Mike and push his head towards them and read.
Make me an investigation check at disadvantage.
Tell me what they say, Magic Man.
That's gone pretty well. That is a 19.
Oh, hell yes. Cool.
I rolled a 16 and a 17 there.
These runes are definitely magical in origin. And you kind of like reach your hands out to start getting a bit of a better feel for this, and also to stop your face from being jammed into the stonework. And as you reach your hand out, two of the runes that you touch aren't runes. They are kind of crevices in the stonework that are kind of about fist-sized. And
Oh,
as you touch the two of them, one of them lights up red, and the other one lights up purple. At that point, from behind you all, you hear ground starting to rumble.
what do the funny squiggles say, Magic Man?
Well, it's, runes aren't something that you read per se, but they say that if you touch these, there'll be lots of noises and good things will happen.
And
I'm
another
going to turn
rumble.
around and look behind us.
I'll let go of Mike. I'm satisfied.
Cool. So another rumble happens. You turn around and see 4 arms shoot up from 4 of the grave sites. And at that point, I would like
Uh-oh.
everyone to roll initiative, please.
Oh boy.
See, it's just like I said. Good things happen. Now you have things to hit.
I mean, they're going to be happy.
That is a 15.
Okay, hang on half
That's
a
a
second. I'll do
14.
this in a certain order because we're also going to do screen share. We have a battle map.
Oh, neat.
Bats.
Battle map.
And there you go. This is you guys up here.
Battle bats.
Just make sure OBS is recording the battle map.
Oh yeah,
Yes.
we can now somewhat see our hero forges.
Uh-huh. And you get more of that later on, but for now.
Oh yeah, they tiny.
Cool. Also, I need to roll initiative as well. Yeah, okay.
I will say I've had some music on whilst we've been doing this, just some background classical music, and it's fitting that Mars, the bringer of war, has now come on.
Okay, so what I'll get, actually, I'll do this in order. So, Banjo, what did you roll again?
A 15.
With +0 on your initiative, so that is a 15
okay.
for you. Wild One, what do you got?
17.
+2 for a 19.
Oh yeah.
Mike,
14.
+0 for a 14. Sa,
18.
+3 for a 21. Jeez. Okay. Cool. Okay. So, Sa, you're up first. Now, the way this is going to work is you already have some items in your possession that you can use to fight with. Or you can ask to roll for Arcana checks to see if you have anything else that might help you through this situation.
Well, I'm gonna ask to do an Arcana check first, I think.
Okay. Roll me the Arcana, please.
That's a 10 combined.
Cool. So, with a 10, you know that one of your spells, played through your ukulele, will create a painful sound that might move enemies away from you.
Let's give that a go.
Cool.
I'm going to tell the rest of the party to cover their ears.
Okay.
Presumably that's harder for Banjo than it is for the rest of us.
So, which enemy would you like to target? There are 2 enemies that are covered in fairly rotting flesh and have kind of rotted clothes hanging from them, and 2 enemies that are seemingly mostly bone, but they do have some semblance of armor across them, and they carry short swords. So there's, these 2 are the rotted ones, and these 2 are the ones with short swords.
Let's go for short. Do I want to? Yeah, go on. We'll aim it at left short sword skeleton man.
Mm-hmm. Sure. So you pull out your ukulele and strum some really, really off-key notes,
Some
playing
fat beats.
Dissonant Whispers, which, at a natural 1, the enemy fails the save entirely. Please roll me 3d6 damage.
I refuse to believe Dissonant Whispers doesn't sound like Careless Whisper.
I was going to say I wanted to be called Careless Whispers, please.
Sure, done.
First is a 4.
Mm-hmm.
Second is a 5. Third is a 1.
4, 5, and 1, so 10 total.
Yep.
Oh boy, okay. This thing is looking pretty hurt already.
Nice.
Actually, let me just double check
I'm
how
guessing
hurt
I've used
that is.
one of my spell slots. Yes.
Yes, indeed you have. You have used a first level spell slot.
Okay.
And you said 10 damage, right?
Yes.
Cool. This thing is barely hanging on to life at this point. Or unlife, maybe.
I'm also cringing at the horrible noise that I have just made.
Cool. And I do believe it uses its reaction if available to move as far away from you as it can. Cool. Which it does very much do that. So it 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
It really doesn't
6.
like it. It doesn't want to dance again.
It does not want to dance again. Cool. So that is your turn. Unless you wanted to move.
Nope.
Cool. Wild one, you're up.
So they're gonna like slap their face a little bit and just go, "I'm going berserk!" and just full rage because I've worked out I'm a barb. So yeah, barb rage.
Cool. As you do that, please roll me a d8.
Okay, interesting. That's a 5. What is this?
Cool. So, actually, also roll me an Arcana check too, just before we throw it into a rage.
I'm not good at this. That's a 7, so it's a 6 total. We've established I'm not good at this.
Cool. There was something about being bigger, maybe, but you're kind of unsure about that. So, flying into a rage, and you rolled a 5. As you kind of fly into this rage, just a tiny mote of red energy seems to come out of your stomach, right where that rage kind of fuels you from, and just spirals in kind of lazy loops around your body.
And I'm assuming this is, I feel this is normal, right?
Oh yeah, no, this is totally normal. Kind of.
Right. I've never played a barbarian, believe it or not. Rage takes up my turn?
Rage is a bonus action.
Oh. Okay. In which case, we're going to beeline for the skelly boy on the left.
This one?
There he is. Yeah, that first one.
Cool. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, which you do indeed make. Just double checking something. Yes, yeah, you do make that. No problem.
And I've decided he doesn't have a head anymore.
Cool. Roll me that attack roll then, please.
That will be total of 21.
Oh, fuck yeah, hit. Oh, sorry, that should be at disadvantage too. Sorry.
Disadvantage, but I'm raging!
You're
Oh, no!
What is it?
It's a nat 1.
Oh no. Oh no. So you fly into your rage and hurl yourself across the graveyard at this zombie, and you line up a shot, and it's going to be a really good shot. You're going to cleave straight through the neck of the zombie. You can see it in your mind's eye that's fueled with this rage. And as you go to do the swing, the weight of the axe kind of throws you off, and you glance.
Oh, that's why I have disadvantage. Oh, because I'm small.
Yeah, you haven't been rolling well, unfortunately.
Yeah, okay, cool. That didn't happen.
So
I'm probably going to be more angry about that than I should be.
Oh yeah, you're going to get really angry as the axe kind of glances off the side of the zombie's shoulder and slams into the dirt next to it.
You're paying for that!
And that's your
Not that it probably
turn.
understands me.
It kind of gives you a quizzical look, but you're not really sure if that is a new thing or if it just looks like that.
Yeah. Oh
Cool.
god, I've never played a barb.
So, with that, it is their turn. So, Dissonant Whispers is no longer a thing, which means friend down here is going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This guy's going to go 1, 2, and I need to make a little check to see if he can jump onto the gravestone. Which he does not. Cool, so that's about as far as his movement is going to get him as he kind of like tries to clamber over the gravestone and just fucking limbs flail everywhere. And this guy is going to make a beeline. 1, 2, 3, 4. And go for Banjo, I reckon. Actually, no, he's going to go for Tassar, as you were the one that cast the spell. So we now need... So there's going to be 3 attacks against Wild One.
Bring it!
So the first one is a natural 18, which does hit you. As one of the...
What's...
Sorry?
Do I get to know my armor class from that, then?
No. Not yet. You learn that as we go. But yes, a natural 18 does hit you. As one of the fleshy creatures raises its hands over its head and goes... and slams you in the top of the head for... Oh, if I could roll the dice, it'd be helpful. 4 damage reduced to 2 because it is bludgeoning and you're raging. Also,
Yeah!
as that happens, I need to check this thing out again.
Oh yeah, do I have any responses that I can do to that?
So, as the fist slammed down on top of you, that little mote of red, ragey energy that was floating around you makes a beeline for the impact point and slams into the creature's fists, and the creature takes 3 points of damage from your little red orb. And that little red orb then floats back down and continues to circle your chest.
Oh, I like this.
Cool. So that was this friend. Now this friend is going to go after you. Which... a 5 plus their stuff, I don't think is going to hit at all. Yeah, 6 total definitely does not hit. And then our friend with the short sword is going to go after you as well. Again, a natural 18. So that definitely hits. And you take 3 points of damage, halved to 1, because I'm rounding down on damage.
I've taken 3 points of damage so far. Do I have my hit points to take these off, or?
I am taking that off for you. You're feeling pretty good, though.
Cool.
I will let you know as we go how you're all feeling, and yeah, no, Wild One, you are not a problem at this point in time.
This is fine.
Yeah, this is totally fine. The interesting thing, though, is that your ability goes off again. That is how this works, apparently. 1d6 force damage. Holy shit, okay. Dealing 4 damage to the creature that got Dissonant Whispered earlier. So,
I'm killing it.
yeah, this red mote travels up the short sword into the chest of this skeletal being and disintegrates it. As it dies, a little purple gem hits the ground in front of you.
Wait, hang on. Does everything I kill turn into a fucking amethyst?
Oh shit, yeah. Okay, and then we have one last skeleton friend up here who is going to go at Tsar, because you were the one that was dissonant whispering people.
Hey now, that's not nice.
Hey now, you're a rock star. Alright, a 13, which does indeed hit you. And you take 2 points of damage.
Owie.
Yeah, I mean, it hurts, but you're still feeling alright out of that. And you don't have reactions to that, so that is their turn, which puts us at Banjo.
Yeah, that was me thinking, I rolled a 15 on initiative, I'll be alright, but everybody's rolled very highly for initiative today.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
Can I do an Arcana roll to see if I have any spells that might help me?
Sure, absolutely can.
That is a 16 plus 1, 20. Sorry, no, 19 plus 1, 20, sorry.
Right, I was going to say 16 plus 1 is not 20.
This is true. 19.
Right. Cool. So with a 20, I will give you... so there's 3 things that you know that you can do. So you have your Sacred Flame that you've used already.
Mm-hmm.
You have a leveled spell that will deal damage and help out a little bit. And you've got a leveled spell that will help your party members.
Okay. I'm going to go for the damaging spell.
Sure.
The leveled damaging spell.
Mm-hmm. At who?
And direct that at the undead guy who's right near us right now.
Okay. So this is a ranged spell, I will say that.
Oh,
much.
okay.
Sorry.
Okay, well then, let's throw that at whoever is closest to Rara's character, whose name I've forgotten.
Wild One.
Wild One, that's it.
Also Nova, but Wild One is working so far.
Yes. So whoever's nearest to Wild One.
So we're going to go this one in here.
Mm-hmm.
Which is not the one Wild One damaged last turn. This is the one Wild One damaged last turn. Up to you.
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay.
Let's
going for the
let's
new
take
one.
out the one that's not been damaged yet.
Cool. Range
them
spell
up.
attack,
Make it-
please.
Cool. How do I do that?
So roll a d20 and I'll tell you your range spell attack.
18.
Plus 5 for your range spell attack, so that definitely hits. So roll me 4d6 damage.
4d6 damage. Hello.
Oh, also, I should say, Wild One 2, when the creature exploded next to you...
Turned into an amethyst.
And turned into an amethyst. A memory floated into your mind of the last time there was an amethyst. There was a big explosion, and there was you, angry at everything and everyone. And there were some people nearby with pickaxes and equipment who were all very confusing. And you were really, really angry. And then there wasn't people nearby anymore.
Oh god! Am I the cause that there weren't people nearby anymore?
Yeah. And
It just ran away.
it kind of felt good, but also didn't feel good.
I'm terrified of what this character is.
Cool. So the 4d6 damage, please.
4, 1, 5, and 6, so 16 total.
16 total. Okay. So you raise the snow globe, and this time round, you concentrate and release a guiding bolt of tinsel. Glowing, festive tinsel. That
Whoever made this, I love them.
And sorry, you said 13 damage too, right?
16.
16. Shit, okay. Yes, so tinsel comes flying out and wraps itself around this individual, dealing a significant amount of damage, and they look pretty hurt. But this tinsel is also now a glowing target on the chest, making it easier for the next person to hit them.
Okay, cool. Do I get an idea of the level of that spell?
That was a
or
level
anything else?
1 spell, Guiding
Cool.
Bolt. So also, I should say, Tsar and Banjo, you both get a feeling that you can only really do that about 3 more times apiece.
Cool.
Would you like to move anywhere? If you do, the thing
No.
in front of you will get an attack on you.
No, I'm fine.
Cool. Mike, you're up.
Yes, I am Mike. I would first of all like to make a roll to hopefully find out any other cantrips that I have in particular.
Okay.
It's a natural 1, so maybe fuck that idea.
Sure. That was for your cantrips. Roll me just a straight charisma roll.
13.
Cool. Easy. So, looking at this situation calls for some leadership. Some, je ne sais quoi, as it were. And you have a feeling that if you really put your mind to it, you could bring that kind of leadership to the table right here, right now.
In that case, I'm going to climb atop the nearest gravestone.
Okay. Roll me an acrobatics check, please.
It's an 18 rolled.
+0, but it's a gravestone, so you absolutely easily climb on top of the gravestone. So which one are you going to? This one over here?
Yep, that's the one I was thinking of. That's perfect.
Cool. So yeah, you can go around the outside here and up onto that gravestone. That is not a problem.
Two trailer park mics go around the outside.
Inspiration?
I'm going to stand up there.
Yeah.
Use a pen from my pocket to gently sort of clink on my mug.
Mm-hmm.
And address the crowd.
As you do so, roll me a d10, please.
Ooh. I've never rolled a d10 before. Oh, it's a fucking 1, isn't it?
Cool. So, what happens here? You stand up and you clink your mug, and your mug and your Employee of the Month pin and your name badge all glow a deep, kind of black, it's a weird black glow. And for a second, nothing really happens. And then all of a sudden, you're about 2 or 3 inches taller. And your glasses have changed. Rather than glasses, you now have a monocle. And your suit is an immaculate 3-piece suit. And your coffee now says, "Number 1 boss" on it.
Yes.
And your face has deformed and changed into that of a rotting skull as you have activated Form of Dread CEO Edition.
Oh my fucking god.
Well, I'm still going to address everyone.
Cool. And also, you got
Right,
a 1 on your D10.
Yep.
So you have 4 temporary hit points.
Woo! So I say to everyone, righto team, I think it's really important to take a moment out of our very busy days to say that we are on target. Everyone is working at peak efficiency. There is a great synergy amongst this team. I believe in all of you, but please, please, no more bathroom breaks. You're taking too long. There are important things to do.
Oh god, it's Jeff fucking Bezos, isn't it?
Now in skull form.
Implying he's not already in skull
gonna say.
form.
Does this
Fair.
mean that I've used my action, or do
You
I
have
still have an action?
Used your bonus action.
Excellent. So, as my action, I'm going to remain perched atop this, because why not?
Sure.
And I'm going to go with a big old Eldritch Blast at the nearest spooky thing.
The one that's in...
The one that's at the top of the map. The one on row 2.
Yep. Cool. Roll me a spell attack.
That is not good enough. That's a 10.
A 10 plus 6 is actually good enough.
No, sorry. It's a 10 total.
A 10 total. Going at that one, yeah. Unfortunately, you let out the skull again out of your... the skull with the top hat out of your name badge, and the creature ducks in underneath it, and it scatters harmlessly against the wall across the way. Cool. So, that brings us to the top of the round. And oh yeah, no, Sar got a 21. Cool. So it is Sar's turn.
Ooh, can I roll another Knowledge Arcana?
Sure, you can indeed.
That's a better roll. That's a 19 plus my 1 is 20.
Cool. So what have you got right now? You've got Dissonant Whispers.
That's it.
Okay. So you know that you have a cantrip that will use your turn and allow you to strike better on the next turn with an actual weapon, if you so choose.
Hmm.
You have a cantrip that lets you reach things from further away. You have a leveled spell that can help the people around you. And that's what you get with that.
Okay then. Where is the chap he had already attacked still in play?
No. It's turned into an
Oh.
amethyst.
Ah, cool. Who's
I did that.
who's closest fella to me now then? So
This
top
one.
left there. Oh,
'Cause-
this one right in front of me.
You're here and that's there.
Well, I'm gonna fire off another dissonant. No, sorry. Let's use its proper term. Another careless whisper.
Okay. So that is a range spell attack, so it will be at disadvantage because you are in range. You do also have actual weapons on you too if you want to use those instead.
Oh yeah, I forgot about my actual weapons. Mm-hmm. He's skeletal, isn't he?
He is indeed skeletal. So you have a rapier and a dagger on you.
Neither of those things are really going to do that well against a skeleton in my past experience. Out of character, of course. No, I'm going to try firing off this careless whisper at disadvantage.
Sure. Roll me at disadvantage then, please.
So I roll twice and take the worst.
Lowest. Yeah.
Oh. Well, that is a 3, which is a real shame.
3 on the dice.
Yeah.
Okay, that's 8 total, which, yes, unfortunately not enough in this particular instance. So, would you like to move?
If I do, does he get an op attack?
He does, yes. And also mark down another first level spell slot used.
Yeah, I'm going to stand still.
Okay. So then we get to initiative 20 and... Oh, fuck. Okay. We get more.
Whoa.
Oh. Hi.
More friends.
More friends indeed. Oh, and then it is all of their goes. Actually, I think I'm going to want to put some of them up here instead of down there. There's lots of graves around. It happens.
Sorts of graves they could be coming from.
With that, then we're going to have 1, 2. That will go there, and this guy will come up here. I think this guy's going to move in between the pair of you. And 1, 2, 3, 4 gets him to there, and that's enough. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Cool. All right, time for some attacks then. So, Wild One, there's a lot of things coming at you right now.
Bring it!
7 plus 3 does not hit you. A natural 19 will. So this one here, who has already taken a bunch of damage, now gets the attack through, and you take 6 reduced to 3 damage.
How am I feeling?
Pretty good still. You're alright.
Nice.
The creature, on the other hand, which actually I think I'm...
Oh no! I get the response thing, don't I?
Yeah, so roll me a d6, please.
Oh, I've got one of those. That's a solid 6.
Sweet. So this creature in front of you starts to fade as this red mote of light slams into it. And then... Oh, and it does not succeed, so it does indeed die. However, as this one dies, it does not drop a gem.
Oh, boo! What? I'm gonna look vaguely disappointed.
The gem on the ground next to you does start flickering a little, though. So we've had that
Flickering
guy.
as in like light-wise, or like in and out of existence?
Make a perception check for me.
I can't see shit, Captain. That's a 3 total.
3 total? Nah, it's flickering.
It's doing something.
It's doing a thing. Okay. And then
What is this fucking character?
we have this one is going to make an attack against you as well, which 9 does not hit your armor class. And then this one is going to attack you as well. And a 14 doesn't hit your armor class. Cool. That's all of them. And then we have this friend who's going to attack Mike. Oh, a
Yay.
6 does not hit Mike. And then one attack against Sir, which a natural 19 does hit.
Ooh.
One. Okay, 4 damage to you.
Ooh.
It's starting to sound a bit like Ringo Starr now. Boo!
You're
I
feeling-
just like this.
You're feeling a little rough, but you're
peace and
okay.
love.
And then finally, we've got an attack against Banjo, which 13 plus 3 does hit Banjo. 16 does hit. So, and 3 damage to you. Sorry. You're feeling
Who
pretty
would
good
dare
about
hit
that too.
Banjo?
Right, that is all of their turns. It is now. Oh, sorry, I think I've gone in the wrong order. It should have been Wild One first, but
That's okay.
Wild One, you're up.
Do I have anything in my arsenal that can hit multiple things at once? What would I need to roll to find that out?
Sure. Roll me. Problem is, you're bad at a lot of intelligence things.
I know, but I can at least try.
Actually, roll me Constitution saving throw. Let's do it that way.
Con saving throw. That's a 17. What's my actual throw?
Oh, plus 5. 23.
Jeez.
So as you're enraged and holding this axe, and even more angry because you missed last time round and slammed into the ground instead, you do get some memory of some previous fights where you've been in this same kind of enraged state. And again, you get this idea of being bigger than what you are currently. And you realize that maybe, actually, that's something to do with your fairy physiology. You're a fae in nature. And
Okay.
have some inherent magic to you.
Okay. I'm gonna try and tap into my Fey magic.
Okay. Doing so will drop your rage.
Oh. Okay, that's fine.
Sure. Okay. So you tap into this well of fey magic inside of you, and for a brief moment, a calm overtakes you as you tap into something that's not quite of this plane. And all of a sudden, you grow a full size to medium. You are now
I'm normal size now.
You are now 6 foot or 5 foot something.
I'm gonna sort of point at whichever of the zombies is closest. I suppose they're all close enough to me. I'm just gonna point to one of them. Just go, right. I'm big now. You're next.
So, with that has been your action, which killed your rage, but you do have multiple rages, so you can
I do.
re-rage if you would like.
Nice. I might just do that.
Sure. Roll me a d8, please.
Oh yeah, I can do that as a bonus action. That's an 8.
Cool. Choose one of the creatures around you, please.
The one that's not the same as the other two.
This guy?
Yeah.
Sure. So, you rage, and this time, that red mode of light reappears, but it grows, and it grows, and it grows. And all of a sudden, it builds and bursts through your chest as a giant beam of energy and slams. Oh, it heads towards this this beast. Let's see if it can succeed on this.
I think I know. I think I've worked out what I am.
And it does fail. So please roll me a d6.
Yep. Is it radiant damage by any chance
It
that I'm
is.
about to do?
Mm-hmm.
I know what I am. Yeah, I do 6 radiant damage.
6 radiant damage. Whew. Okay.
And I can do this every turn, can't I?
You can indeed, yes.
Oh. Wild magic barbarian! I've wanted to play these for so long.
And also, the creature is blinded.
Oh, I'm so excited. Oh, I'm so happy.
Cool. So that's your turn done. So it's Banjo up next.
Okay. Which one of these was the one that attacked me last turn?
It would be this one. This one went for Sar, and this one went for you. He's a new zombie.
Well, given that he's right there, I'm gonna give him a swing with my mace. See how good that is.
Sure. Make an attack roll for me.
Oh, I'm so happy.
I have rolled a 15.
+3 definitely hits. Roll a d6 for me.
A d6. 5.
5. Cool. +1 damage. And
Cool.
that is bludgeoning damage. And you smash through this particular creature in front of you. And on the ground appears a green gem.
I kill it. Can I use the hook of the mace to just hook round the back of its neck, yank really hard, and pull the head off?
Sure, yeah. So yeah, you pop the head off, and this is the other thing that I missed doing last time. So they hit the ground, and they don't collapse as bodies. They kind of dissolve into dust. And those of them that leave the gem behind, it kind of seems to appear where the chest was as the chest dissolves. And Banjo, you get hit by waves of memory. And it starts to panic you a little bit, because this has never happened before. Ever. You get flashes of being accosted by a wolf in a forest and tying it up with tinsel and leaving. And you get a flash of a big green furry creature assaulting your home. And again, you get a flash of tying it up at the top of a Christmas tree. And there's flash after flash of scrapes that you've been in all through your memory. And none of those have ended this way.
Oh.
You think. And then a weird vision comes to you, because it can't be a memory. The first wolf that you saw tied in tinsel and left in the forest, you see it, but the tinsel is still there. The wolf underneath is dead, starting to rot, having, vultures land nearby. And at that point, the vision shuts off entirely.
Okay.
Cool. So you have successfully killed the thing. That is your action. Would you like to do anything else?
I pick up this green gem.
Sure, you absolutely can.
What does it feel like in my hand? Just a normal gem?
It does. It feels quite solid. It feels a little energetic, actually. It vibrates just a little bit. Also, I should say, sorry, this gem that was glowing before vanishes.
Oh, piss. I probably should have picked that up.
I'm going to pick up this gem, put it in my pocket. Do I have the ability to make any other attacks, or is that me all done?
That is you all done, unless you want to move.
No, I'm happy where I am, thank you.
Okay. Mike.
So, I really want to go take a look at those rooms again.
Mm-hmm.
I'm guessing that going and investigating that would be my action.
I'll let you do it as a bonus action if you can get over there.
In that case, can I disengage as an action?
Sure.
Or do I even need to, actually?
Yes.
Yeah, just to avoid the attack.
Mm-hmm.
So, of course, in this case, disengaging does mean a very joyful sort of jump off of the gravestone, maybe a heel click in the air. And then,
Sure.
then I'm going to go over to where the runes are,
Mm-hmm.
take a look at them. I'm looking to see if I can get any meaning from them, looking for a way to basically turn off this whole undead coming out of the ground thing.
Sure.
I'm especially looking for anything green on there.
Sure.
Thinking of the way those runes lit up, anything that goes green would be of big interest.
Mm-hmm. Make an Arcana or an Investigation check for me, please.
Ooh, which one's better for me? They're the same. That's an 18 total.
18 total. Cool. So which one are you doing? Arcana or Investigation?
Arcana.
Sweet. So you take a quick look over these, but focusing now more on the magic of things when, you're not having your head forcibly pushed into the doorway. And you can see that these appear to maybe be teleportation runes of some form. And as you're kind of poring over these, the fist-sized indents that you saw before and touched, there's actually 4 of those. And touching them, they light up different colours. 1 green, 1 red, 1 purple, and 1 pink.
In that case, to end my turn, I'm going to shout over to Banjo. If you want to get out of here, bring that gem into here.
Cool. And
if you don't want to get out of here, that's fine too.
Very nice. With that, we're at Sar's turn.
Oh boy. Okay, well, I'd be a fool to try the same thing twice, so I'm going to draw my rapier.
Mm-hmm.
And we'll go out.
Give a big old swing.
Yeah.
And as we know, you won't be fooled again.
I've rolled a 14.
Cool. You have a +5, so that definitely hits.
Let me just add that to the sheet. What type of damage will I be rolling?
Roll a d8 for me, please.
Okie doke. That's that one. I have rolled a 3.
Cool. +5 is 8 damage total. So you swing out and slash into this creature in front of you. Yeah, so he's looking fairly hurt. So did you say 7 or 8 damage? My apologies.
I rolled 3, so it'd be 8.
8 damage. Yeah, so he's looking really quite hurt, but he's not dead yet.
Okay, then.
Cool.
I'm going to stay where I am.
So, top of the round. Friend comes back. Another as a hand pops through the earth of the grave, and another bony form clad in armor carrying a short sword pops back out. Wild One, you're up.
I am going to hit things!
Do it! Which one would you like to hit? We have three options.
I'm going to
right
use... so what's the worst for wear looking one?
This one is the worst for wear looking one. Looking
Cool, so-
pretty rough.
For him, I'm going to shoot him with a bolt of light.
Cool. Give me... It's a D6.
Needs to save a con saving throw.
Oh, of course, yeah. Nat 1? Yeah, no.
That's another 6.
Holy shit.
Nice.
Barely hanging on, unfortunately.
My laser beams!
So yeah,
And then-
you focus your rage, and again this nice big swirl of red energy bursts forth and just tears chunks out of this thing. It is barely hanging.
Yeah, I'm not good. I'm not happy about that. I'm gonna. Why won't you die? And just plunge my axe into it.
Sure. Single
no longer
straight
at
roll.
disadvantage, right?
No, roll
So
roll straight this time.
+6. That is 25.
Yeah, you definitely hit.
Cool. Damage 1d12 +4.
+4.
That is 11 damage. I'm assuming that might finish him.
So in actual fact, it's not 11 damage, it's 15 damage, because being enlarged, you get a +4 to your damage. Oh, sorry, it's plus a d4. Roll a d4 for me.
D4. These are these fuckers. 3.
Yep, cool. Yeah, you obliterate this thing. You slam it over the top of the head, and it just crumples into a million pieces underneath
I
you.
like to think that I was so fucked off that I used the flat edge to just flatten it.
Yeah, I think you might just have done that. And
And then I'm going to pick up that gem.
sure. Also,
I want to see if I can do this as a bonus action. I don't know if I can.
Used your bonus
I've
action
used a
already
bonus. Okay.
to light beam.
Right, okay. In which case, I'm going to look over my shoulder and, as a non-action, just shout to Mike, "I'm going to throw it to you!"
Okay, sure. Mike, you get told a rock is coming at your head.
Well, I'm going to attempt to catch it.
Cool. Right.
What are we rolling here?
Oh, is it being thrown yet, or have we got to wait for that?
Yeah, I was going to say, I think we have to wait.
You have to wait for that because you've used, all of your
I
stuff.
used all my action,
You
yeah. That's fine.
can move, though, if you would like to. You have attack of opportunity against you, but you can move. Try and get closer.
Fuck those zombies. Yeah, I'm going to see if I can get into combat with the one that's between the other two.
Up here?
Yeah.
2, 3. Yeah.
I'm just going to look to the other zombies. Later, nerds!
Cool. A 16 will hit you, and a natural 19 will hit you as well. So,
Uh-oh.
3 damage reduced to 1, and 2 damage reduced to 1. Barbarians. Goddamn. Oh yeah, you're still looking plenty healthy. You're barely getting scratched by these attacks. They're slamming down on you, but your sheer unbridled rage is keeping you well in this fight.
It's because I called them nerds. It's fine. It's a secret power of mine.
Cool. So that is your turn. That puts us to Banjo. You're up.
Okay.
So
I am going to go.
you can get to where Mike is without having an attack of opportunity because you're just staying inside the threatened area.
That's the plan.
Cool.
Go over to where Mike is and pass him over this gem.
So as you get close, one of the slots in the doorway starts to glow a dull green.
Oh, okay. I'm gonna sort of look at Mike for approval, I guess, and
Mike, by the way,
reach to put the green gem into that.
Be my guest.
Sure. So, yep, you do. You slot the gem into the spot. It fits beautifully, like it was made for it. And as you do that, a small swirl of purple energy comes out from the kind of slot where the gem was sitting and starts to slowly swirl around the door. But it's a really thin stream at the moment. It looks like you need more energy to get this thing going.
Okay. And does the green gem sort of remain in that slot?
It does, yes.
Cool.
So using that, I'll say, as a free action to move that, because picking it up and stuff is a free action, so putting it in there is fine. So you still have your action and your bonus action if you would like.
Cool. What am I going to do with myself this turn? I am going to use my cantrip, my Sacred Flame cantrip, and direct it at that nearest undead armor dude.
Cool. So the one that's like in the middle here?
Yeah, why not?
Sure. Roll at disadvantage, please, because it is a ranged attack.
Alright, well, if it's a ranged attack, then we'll do it on one of the ones that's further away then. Perhaps that one that's in between the two gravestones next, nearest to us.
Sure. That one has not been touched, so...
Yeah, let's do that. What have I got to roll?
Roll me a spell attack roll.
Spell attack roll. 8.
8 total, or 8 on the dice?
8 total. 8 total.
That does hit.
Okay, cool.
That one doesn't have any armor. It's just in, ragged clothing, essentially. So that does indeed hit. Now, you're doing Sacred Flame, right?
I am.
Roll me a d8, please.
4.
Cool. It takes 4 damage. And it takes the hit across the shirt, so the tinsel again flies out of your snow globe and slams into the chest.
Mistletoe.
Oh, sorry, mistletoe. That's right. Tinsel is the guiding bolt. My apologies. Mistletoe flies out and slams into the chest of this creature, and it stumbles a little bit, but it's still moving pretty well. Cool. And that's your turn. Mike, you're up.
First things first, I want to quickly address the group. Team, I have a theory. I think the squishy ones aren't going to give us what we need. And with that, I'm just going to go straight into an Eldritch Blast on the armoured one to the right, the one that's not engaged with us.
Sure. Roll me an attack roll, please.
16.
Definitely hits. Roll me damage, which is... Hang on.
D10, isn't it?
D10, yeah.
7.
7. I think I've been hit before. No, right? It's the only
I think
one...
so. He's pretty fresh.
Yeah, I think he's the only one left that hadn't been hit. So yeah, you, in your form of dread as your skeletal CEO, also you get bonuses for that too, which...
Ooh.
Cool. So you force the creature to make a wisdom saving throw. If it fails, it's frightened of you. It does succeed with a natural 19. That's definitely going to succeed. So you release your Eldritch Blast, and this time round, in your form of dread, the skull and the top hat appear as normal, and then you actually get the ribcage of the skeleton appear behind as well as your Eldritch Blast twists and turns its way across the battlefield, slamming into this other skeletal creature, dealing some damage. It's definitely hurt.
As that happens, I'm just going to shout, boo!
It gives you a kind of quizzical look and doesn't do anything else. Cool, so that's your turn.
Before my end stops, I really should have done this beforehand. Can I also do a quick check to learn anything more about my spell list?
Sure. Roll me an Arcana check, please.
That's an 8 total.
Cool. Remind me what you know so far. You know Eldritch Blast, right?
I know I have Eldritch Blast. I was particularly interested in anything that might affect multiple enemies, but guess beggars can't be choosers on an 8, you know?
Yeah, you don't have anything that will affect multiple enemies.
Okay, cool.
Cool. Top of the round. Sa, you're up.
Let's have another go at this fella in front of us.
He's looking fairly rough already.
Wait, is he? He's one of the Skelly boys, isn't he?
Mm-hmm.
Good, that's all right then. Ooh, that is a rolled 19.
Oh,
so
definitely
that would
hits.
Yeah. Okay. Rolling 1d8, yeah?
Which is for your rapier? Yes.
Yeah. 7 plus 5 is a number that's higher than 10.
Cool. Yep. So
12.
you swing the rapier with two hands overhead, slamming into the skull of this creature, and it crumbles to the ground, leaving behind a red gem.
Cool. It's the crest of friendship. That's a Digimon reference for you. I'm right next to where this is all going on, so I'm going to pass it to Mr. Mike Trunk.
You can
Mike
pick it up
Truck.
and move to where you need to be. I'll let you do all that in the rest of your turn.
Am I not stood next to them?
Yeah, you're kind of 5 foot away from where you need to be to activate the gem, but you've got 30 feet of movement and there's nothing threatening you, so I'm...
Cool, so I shall move that way then.
Sure. Are you going to put the gem into the wall? It does light up a little bit with red as you get close with the gem.
Am I allowed to put it into the wall this turn?
As you have a bonus action left, I will say you can use your bonus action as another
Then I shall
free
put it into the
item.
wall.
Cool. Don't do that. So, yours also goes into the wall. I'm just going to quickly move these guys in here a little bit. So, you reach out and slot your gem into the slot that lights up red. And as with Banjo's, there's a small mote of purple light that spirals out of the gem and up into the doorway and kind of following the same path and spiral as the green gem did. Now you're starting to see about half of this doorway full of magical energy. Cool. And then we get to top of the round. And okay, 2 more friends join the party.
I'm starting to think that they're not friends.
But they so totally are, though. They want to have fun with all of y'all. So
I wish for them to not have that fun.
our friends go 1, 2, up to Mike. This guy definitely comes along here. I need to add these to my sheet as well. So yes, this guy moves into base here. Another one, I reckon, and then we 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That'll get him there. And then 1, 2, 3. And I think this guy's too far away, so he's going to go to there. Cool. So, with that, we're going to go back to attacks. So, Mike. God damn, I'm rolling so bad. A 6 does not hit you, Mike. Actually, the skeleton's probably going to take a swing at you as well, because he's the one making noise. 10. Oh, is your armor class. So 10 hits you, Mike.
Wow, okay.
And you take 4 damage, wiping out the temporary hit points that you gained from your form of dread.
So I'm now on -2.
You're on -2. And that hurts a little bit, but you could be worse. And then we're going to go for the attacks against Wild One. Which, okay, a natural 16 is going to hit you from our Skelly friend. Which is 4 reduced to 2. Which I need to keep track of that as well.
I've taken 10 damage so far.
Yeah. Okay, and a natural 18 is going to hit you for 5 damage, reduced to 2 as well.
I miss having the revenge fucking power activated, damn it.
That was really doing bits, wasn't it?
It really was.
Oh, and a natural 2 is not going to hit you.
Best thing is, neither of those are actually the best one you can get as well. There's even better things you can roll on that table. I'm pretty sure there's something to do with, like, bonus AC or something, which is just,
nice.
like that one's ridiculously, like, helpful.
Mm-hmm. How are we doing on time, by the way?
Yeah.
About 5 minutes.
Oh, shit, okay. Yeah, we're probably not going to finish today then, unfortunately, I don't think.
Is this becoming a 2-shot now?
Potentially.
I'm fine with that.
Yeah, I'm fine with that too.
Okay.
Are we likely to be at a good stopping point in the next 5 minutes?
You're pretty close, I reckon. I mean, I think you've kind of figured out...
I'm assuming getting through this door is not the end of the one shot.
Unfortunately not, no. Cool. So, then, we've done their turn, and it is Wild One's turn.
I am going to do the sensible thing and try and... Actually, no. I'm going to toss the gem to Mike and say, put it in the door, nerd!
Cool. Make me either an acrobatics or an athletics check, your choice.
Athletics, because it's on strength, so I assume I'm pretty good. And with a 13, that's not bad.
+7 is a 20. Yeah, Mike, I'm not even going to get you to roll that. In fact, what happens is you miss Mike and hit the door, and it into place.
It just clocks into place perfectly.
Yeah. So yeah, this...
Score 1 for me, nerd! And then I'm gonna just cry and... Is there anything in front of me that's looking worse for wear, or is everything in front of me fresh and dandy?
The only thing I think that looks damaged at the moment is... So this one is looking damaged, and this one is looking damaged as well.
Yeah, but they're dealing with that, and I don't want to take away from their... You know, you got to give the little guy some form of glory.
Fair
I
enough.
can't kill everything for them. So I'll attack the one directly in front of me then. I'll hit him with my axe first, and then I'll laser beam if I don't kill him.
Mm-hmm.
So that is a 23 to hit,
Oh yeah, that definitely hits.
and 16 damage.
16 damage. Still upright.
Laser beam!
Okay. Roll me a
Does it-
d6.
That's only 3, sadly. But is it enough to finish him?
What did you... Sorry, it was 16 the first time?
16 damage hit him first time, yeah, and then I've just
Plus
done him a nice
3?
3.
So yes,
Yeah!
your rage beam reaches out and just bursts straight through the chest. You
Yeah, and I'm just gonna shout. I'm just gonna turn and shout to the sky, "Eat shit and die!"
Cool. That's that turn, and next up is Banjo.
You said that I might have some ability that could help the rest of the party.
Mm-hmm.
I'd like to do that.
Sure. You have 2. Roll me an Arcana check, please.
11. No, hang on. With Arcana, that's a 12.
Cool. So you can protect someone or you can heal someone.
I would like to heal Wild One.
Sure. Roll me a d4.
D4. That's a 1.
Cool. And your spellcasting ability modifier is actually pretty good, isn't it? It's like a 5?
I've got spell attack, which is 5.
Oh, sorry. Wisdom. Your wisdom is... God, wrong sheet. +3. Cool. So you hold up your snow globe again and just say, "Cookies!" And a cookie appears from the snow globe, floats gently over to Wild One, and straight down their throat.
Oh God!
Thankfully, it is a spectral cookie, so you do not choke on it. Instead, you heal 4 points.
Oh, me? Okay.
As Banjo has cast Healing Word. at first level.
Nice.
So
I'm still slightly terrified.
So that used your bonus action to do so.
Okay. Well, let's take a swing at the armored guy in front of Mike, then.
Sure.
That is it's +3 to my attack roll, so 14.
That hits.
Cool. And it was what was it, D6?
A
we were using
D6
for this?
Yes. D6 plus 1.
5 total then.
You bring the candy mace down on top of this creature, and it is barely hanging in there. The armor is starting to fall off. Like, it's dropped its sword. It's not... Like, it's just not there. Oh, sorry, it's just hanging in there, is what I should say. And with that, Mike, you're up.
So first of all, I'm going to turn to Tazar and say, would you be a dear and take down a memo for me? As an equal opportunities employer, we will not tolerate the use of any slurs relating to intellect from or towards any members of staff. Any such instance will result in disciplinary action.
I'm not your
And with
parent.
that, I'm going to turn back towards the skelly friend on J3 that I attacked before and go again with an Eldritch Blast.
Sure.
That is a 23.
That definitely hits.
And for damage, 10.
Hey! Yeah. No problem at all. This guy out of there entirely. And, hey, would you look at that? A pink gem appears at Wild One's feet. And, Mike, you get hit by a wave of memories. As you were pretty sure this hadn't happened before, but as the memories start to come through, there's people laying on the ground next to roads that look like bandits who are definitely just not asleep like you thought originally. And, maybe have, a little bit of black energy still swirling around them in some respects. And then there's another one where there is an ogre that you were pretty sure just was bored of your spiel and your speech and just turned away from you. But you get a kind of a vision of something you didn't see, which is the skull caved in on the other side of the face, and there was nobody else around when you interacted with this creature, so it must have been you.
Well, that's not good for business.
Cool. So with that, top of the round, Sar, you're up.
Can I use my movement to go and retrieve that gem?
You can. You will take 2 attacks of opportunity.
I'm fine with that.
Okay.
Maybe I shouldn't be fine with that, but I'm fine with that.
So a 9 does not hit your armor class. And an 8 does not hit your armor class. God damn. Cool. So yeah, you can now move. So you're going to move over here and grab the gem. That is 1, 2... Yep. You can go to here, I will say, and grab the gem. So that puts you at 15 feet of movement. So you have another 15
So
feet.
I have enough movement to get it back to the door as well. I've still got a bonus action, unless we're counting the memo as a bonus action, which seems fair.
No, I'll let you do that. That's
Absolutely worth
okay.
it.
I mean, normally I probably wouldn't, but also we're kind of in a time crunch. So you slot the final
Shove it
gem.
in the hole.
You slot the final gem into
That
the
bad
hole.
boy in a hole.
Mm-hmm. Actually, Sar, did I give you the memory for yours? I can't remember if I did or not. It's late here.
Don't think so.
Okay. So we'll quickly run through that as well, because you also did get memories that I'm just not remembering to do.
Did you? I can't remember you doing mine was the mine.
Yours was the mine. And Banjo's was the people going to sleep. And Mike's were the bored people. Oh, sorry.
Yes.
Mike's are the people going to sleep, and Banjo are the people being left tied up. And not potentially actually being killed, but some of them may have died as consequence, accidentally.
Yes. Okay. Cool.
Yeah. So Sarah's the only one that I didn't get through. So yeah, as you stand over this creature that is fading away to nothingness at your feet, and the red gem appears, you're hit with a single memory of goblins in black cloaks and black hoods, with a considerable amount of blood staining both sets of robes, and you're in a caravan of sorts, traveling with people, and these goblins thought that your things should be their things, which was a problem, and thankfully you and others managed to quell the problem. Wasn't a good day, but these things can happen on the road. And you were transporting important musical instruments. You couldn't just have them disappear off into the woods.
Okie dokie.
Cool. So with that, Mike shoves the pink gem into the final slot in the archway, and the spell completes. The entire door is now a swirling purple dervish of energy, and before you can even do anything, all four of you get sucked through the purple swirling energy and transported. Anybody who wants to, please make me an Arcana check.
Yeah, I love Arcana checks.
I'll do one.
16.
Cool.
21.
Cool.
I've rolled a 17 plus whatever my Arcana is. I think it was a 1.
0.
Cool.
So yeah, 18 for me.
So everyone other than Wild One for you, this is instantaneous. You are pulled straight through the door and end up where we're going in half a second.
Go through door. I'm here.
For the rest of you, there is this weird slow motion thing that happens. You get sucked into the door and you get a feeling of movement at high speeds. But for a split second, everything slows. And you can see around you what appears to be souls or ghouls or spectres floating in a void around what looks like a transport tunnel, like of arcane energy that you are being ripped through at a very, very high speed. It only lasts the briefest of seconds as everything kind of slows for you in your perceptions, and then bam, you are at the other side of this teleportation spell. And I will describe the scene, and then we're going to end here, because we've still got, unfortunately, more to go. We probably only have, half an hour to 45 minutes, but we need to wrap here. So, you all land and stumble a little as the spell drops you 2 feet off the ground where you were supposed to be, and a smell hits you of charcoal and fire.
Oh shit, we're in hell!
Looking around you, you are standing in a square. In a town square. A tiny town square. So small, in fact, that there's only 4 buildings on this square. 1 on each side. And then there are roads that kind of join into the corners and kind of connect at diagonals. However, the origin of the burning smell becomes quite apparent as all of the buildings around you have been thoroughly destroyed. There are walls blown out, windows are all gone entirely, roofs are shattered through, there are fires lit inside all of the buildings, not engulfing the buildings, just there's a small one here, and it seems to be a table inside one building that's on fire, but everything else is kind of okay, other than being smashed to smithereens. And that is what you see And that is where we're going to end today's session.
Whew!
That was so good.
That has been a lot. Absolutely love it.
Do we want to take any guesses at who's built what? Or do we want to leave that until after we finish?
I have an inkling.
Do you?
Although, to be fair, there are 2 out of 3 people I think it might be. So it's not that good an inkling, really, is it?
I think mine might be a creation of Mr. Stapley.
No.
Oh,
Wait, are we confirming or denying at this point as well?
yeah, why not?
Why not?
Ben, what's your ruling on this? What would you prefer?
Yeah, look, let's go for it, because worst case scenario, I can edit it to the end of the video.
I'm gonna go Jevon for me.
That's a negative, I'm afraid.
Ooh.
I'm going to go Ryan for me.
No.
Oh,
We're all wrong. Second pass at guesses then? Second pass at
Hang on,
guesses.
has Jevon had a guess?
Kevin hasn't had a go yet, so...
Oh,
Yeah.
I think I was made by Ryan.
No.
Oh, well, there we go. We suck at this game.
in which case I think I might have been made by Jevon.
No.
Okay, so mine was a Ryan creation. Thank you.
Yeah, it is.
I think Oliver can probably guess now.
I thought Ryan was guessing next, but yeah, sure. I can guess again. Feel like Jevon, was this you?
Yes, I birthed Banjo Sprinkle Wish.
So
Oh, this
correct.
is really bad now. I've got a 50-50 shot. Is mine and Oliver?
It's not. Hi, I made Mike
Ah!
Truck, the worst D&D
exchanged.
character
Nice.
of all time.
Which means
I
that
am so happy with Mike Truck. It's one of the best things I've ever made.
Oliver made Tassar, did he?
I did,
Mhm.
yeah.
So, I will say, my favourite thing about this entire thing is that because I used initiative roll to determine who was gifting to who, and I didn't, sway that at all, I just let the dice do it. And both Ryan and Rara were both like, I'm building something horrible, I'm going to build something to destroy D&D for someone, and you guys got each other.
Yeah.
And then both Jevon and Oliver were like, oh, I'm going to build something kind of nice. Like, one's like a Christmassy theme and one's like a different theme, and they're kind of nice. And they got each other. And I was like, I'm so glad that this didn't get fucked around.
I've wanted to play a wild magic barb for so long. Thank you, Ryan.
My whole thing was I wanted to do a really sort of non-synergistic race and class kind of matchup.
But they're so
And I came up
fun.
with this and then found out that Wild Magic Barbarians thing, like, well, that fits perfectly. That is
Yeah,
an
with-
absolutely ideal fit.
I've wanted to make, I enjoy making the D&D characters that no one else would build. So I went to build Mike Truck as there's got to be someone in D&D that does marketing or administration work, and I've had this tucked in my back pocket for a while, and then I essentially realized, I could just build Mike Wozniak. So yeah, your character is as close to Mike Wozniak as I could possibly get.
I am a bit annoyed because for your next campaign, Rare, I was going to
Yeah.
do something Mike Wozniak-esque.
Oh, the thing
you
is, you
still
certainly could. Yeah, please do.
So I think I'm a cleric. I'm not 100% sure. I think I'm some kind of cleric. But I really like what I've been playing so far, and the more I learn about it, the more I want to lead into that Christmas angle.
Oh god, yeah, it's really fucking weird.
I will also
Yeah.
say, too, that because Ryan was like, I want to build something completely unsynergistic, as soon as you said, why am I at disadvantage? I was like, fuck, Ryan's going to love that.
Yeah,
I-
I was just thinking of all the methods that I've given you to get around that you at that point didn't know existed.
This is the thing, I've not played a barb before, so I was like, do barbs have disadvantage when they're not raged? And then I was raged and still had disadvantage and was like, shit's going on!
Yeah, and I was trying to, when you were rolling at disadvantage, I was trying to talk about the axe
Yeah.
pushing you off balance, but yeah.
I do just want to provide this for you as well, Ryan. Enjoy. They're on their
I
way.
dread to think.
I will share people's character images
Oh, yes.
in Discord.
I
too.
tried to make him really nerdy, but he came out suave as fuck.
I was going to say, are any of you Archer fans?
Yes.
Yes.
Because that's Ray, that is.
Oh my god, it is, isn't
That's
it?
Ray Gillette.
Oh god, right. We should probably run because we're even past our 15
Yeah, we
minutes.
should.
Yeah.
I'm
There you
gonna
go.
go get a drink and go to the
Thank
pub.
you very much, Ben.
Look at him.
Oh,
My
this is great.
character! Oh, they
Yeah,
look great!
That's pretty much how
Oh,
I
sorry, it's
imagined it.
amazing.
Oh my fucking god, the fucking Christmas elf! I love and hate what you've made, Jevon. I love and hate.
I'm looking forward to when we're a bit further in and I know what's going to be revealed and what's not, so I can run through the backstory and the amount of puns I've put
Yeah.
in.
Right,
Yeah,
I'm gonna run.
we can have a chat.
I will
Yeah, we better
run
run
away.
to quiz recording, though.
I'm gonna get a drink and I'll be at quiz recording ASAP.
All right.
Lovely stuff. Thank you, Ben.